Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law Explaining the Interwebs. I'm your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. Although today I'm nowhere near Minnesota, so that's nice, I guess, because it's cold. It's cold up there. No one wants to be where it's cold, ever. Oh my goodness. I've got these headphones on because some people may be joining. And if they are, I want to hear when they join. What is happening? Trying to adjust the focus here because this is not my normal setup. So let's try that one. Sweet deal. So how are you guys? These headphones, everything about this is wrong. It's just pure communism. So today, I don't have a big plan. I had a plan. I had one. And I was really hoping to bring you guys a pretty specific and surprising Christmas show, but it fell through at the last minute. Which is sad. Is very sad to me. But it's okay. It's also okay. It's gone but not forgotten, and it may manifest sometime soon. Won't be a Christmas show, obviously, but I think it's a show that you guys will like and appreciate. So, I'm sorry. I really wanted to put together, it was going to be a charity show for this. This event was going to be a charity show tonight. But alas, things don't always work out as we plan. At the same time, I haven't streamed in a couple days, and there's a couple reasons. One, because I'm visiting family. I'm out of state. Obviously, this is not my background. This is some other atrocity. So I have been, and I'm also, you may hear it. I've been sick. I've been sick since I left, Minnesota. Actually, since just a little bit before I left Minnesota, I started to get sick, which I entirely blame my child for. Not my fault. I didn't do anything to get sick, but my kid got mildly ill about a week prior, which means it's a time bomb. This is parenting in a nutshell. Your child gets sick, and it's a time bomb until you think you're gonna die. Right? And then that's how it goes. But I do seem to be recovering from it. Doesn't sound like it. But I haven't had any medicine in a couple days, so I'm hoping this helps burn some of that out. But I was also just kind of, it was a combination of things. There's not a lot to cover right now. It's Christmas time. Courts are closed. I did the impeachment video, which I hope you guys did happen to catch that impeachment video, because that thing is phenomenal. Not the video. I mean, the video's fine. I'm not gonna upplay the video though. The impeachment fiasco is phenomenal, and it's really phenomenal seeing dorks like Legal Eagle struggle to explain it to people. But here's the explanation. There isn't one. Can Pelosi hold the articles? Well, sure. Because how do you stop her? Does it mean he's impeached? I don't know. The news all said he's impeached. What is impeachment? What actually is impeachment? Are we arguing over whether or not he was impeached for any productive purpose? I mean, does it matter that he was or wasn't impeached semantically? Well, no, because they voted to impeach him. That's, I guess, how we should say it. So they voted to impeach Trump, but he's not removed from office, and the Senate can't make the House do it. But here's the thing, the Senate could hear the trial. The Senate doesn't have to wait for the House. Like I read today, some expert was talking to a news outlet saying how Pelosi can dictate when the Senate hears the impeachment. Well, why? Why is that? They know the charges. They could hear the impeachment whenever they want. And that's the cool thing. The Senate could hear the impeachment today if they wanted to. They don't. This is money. This is money for both parties, make no mistake. But the Senate could hear the impeachment today, tomorrow, whenever they get together for their little circle session. They could hear the impeachment. And when they do that, or they could try it however they want. They could try it with witnesses. They could try it with no witnesses. You know why? Because no one can argue with how they do it except themselves and the voters. So it doesn't matter what they do. They could do whatever they want inside their roles. The House makes the accusation. The Senate hears the trial. Nobody gets to tell them what to do. Nobody gets to review it. If the Senate votes on it and then the House then sends the articles to the Senate and the Senate says, nah, we tried it already. We didn't need you to send the things. And the House says, no, you can't do that. And the Senate goes, What do? They can't do anything. They may not even be able to force the Senate to do it. That's the weird thing. This entire system of impeachment is built on the political risk to the parties involved in doing it. That's it. There's no criminality. Anybody talking about the criminality of the president? We can't determine the criminality of the president. Remember all that talk for the past 2 years about how they probably can't even indict a sitting president for a crime, right? You have to wait till they're out of office because it's just kind of how the system works, because they may be able to pardon themselves. No one knows that either. They can't pardon themselves for impeachment, but they could for every other crime just about. So what do you do? If you can't indict a sitting president, then you can't determine criminality before the impeachment. So whether or not we talk about, oh, this is what he did was criminal. No, you don't know that. He's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, period. You could say it was unethical or immoral or unpresidential. Doesn't matter. None of those things are things. But when you see these people talking about, well, just the criminality of it makes me have to cast my vote for impeachment. Well, what criminality? Who's the criminal? Hasn't been tried, hasn't been convicted. And you can't until he's removed. Impeachment is political. It's never criminal. It's not civil. It's nothing. It's nothing like anything else. So yeah, that's been the big news lately, right? Is this impeachment stuff. Everybody's yakking about impeachment. You got experts everywhere telling you how impeachment works. There's no real formula. In fact, there's not even established Senate rules on how the impeachment trial will occur. So I saw Legal Eagle put up a 45-minute video about how the impeachment trial might occur. Well, la-di-da, idiot. They aren't even rules yet. And if you're paying attention to the news, McConnell and who's the dope? Who's the Senate minority leader? I can't even remember his name. The Democrat guy. It doesn't matter. Schumer, maybe? Doesn't matter. McConnell and that guy can't agree on how to do the impeachment trial. So they don't even have rules yet. They don't even have the rules on how they conduct the impeachment trial for us to even analyze what it'll look like. So maybe it'll just be a steamrolled vote. That's what they could do. Bring in the Chief Justice. Say, Chief Justice Roberts, you're going to sit here and we're going to go ahead and do the hearing. Here's what it looks like. And it just says, look like an idiot and smile. Bang the gavel. Bang the gavel like you bang the prostitutes. Bang the gavel like it's Kavanaugh at a frat party. and then he'll call it to order, and then the Senate trial will happen, which will just be a vote. They could do this. I'm not saying they will do this. They just could do this. Nothing stops them except them and the money. And the money. Anyway, so impeachment's there. Obviously, there's no transcript. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, who needs a transcript in 60 days, right? Who needs that? I mean, certainly not the parties who need to include it in their appeal process. None of that needs to happen. None of that. So there's no transcript to report on. Other than that, good Lord. There's not a lot of drama going on. I mean, there's a big to-do because these people can't exist outside of drama. Ron Toye deleted and then reactivated his Twitter account. Who knows why? Oh, I have something funny. Lemoyne had a funny tweet. We'll cover that in a little bit. This rant and tangent or whatever is all stemming off of one basic truth. It's Christmas time, and in the world of law and drama and anime and all of that stuff that seems to mix into this channel, everything is really slow, and that's cool because it's Christmas time. And so all what the show today is going to be about, we're going to laugh at some stuff. We're going to laugh at Lemoyne. There's a 17-minute audio clip of Chris Hook in the courtroom where the judge gets really mad at Chris Hook. So we'll probably listen to that 17 minutes together, talk about it. I haven't listened to it. I'm going in blind. We're going in like an incel, right? A soon-to-be ex-incel listening to this audio of Chris Hook. I still want Chris to come on the show. It raises the judge's actions raise some real interesting legal questions. Can a judge order an attorney to resign without the attorney being tried for misconduct? No. Shouldn't be able to. I mean, you can order it, but not complying with the order? What, you going to hold him in contempt? That's a First Amendment violation. It's also a due process violation. All sorts of stuff. Attorneys have a disciplinary board for this reason. A mad judge can't just determine an attorney's fate. So, yeah, I'm sure he's not coming on my show, but I would love to have him on the show. That doesn't change anything. But yeah, so we'll listen to that in a bit. We'll look at Lemoyne's tweet, which made me really happy. And we may have some guests joining us. I don't know. That's why I got these things on. There's no audio playing. I don't need these. I'm just listening to banned pornography in the background. Or whatever. Rayona 1868 says, Merry Christmas, Nick. First live chat. Here's a little Christmas gift to make up for all the money you probably had to spend on Christmas gifts. It's a lot. Because, so here's the thing, right? A simple thing like stockings costs a fortune when you have 5 children. And a darling Lady Rackets who is a tad OCD. And so she likes things to be equal. Well, what's a stocking? It's full of like, yeah, here's a $5 thing, a little $2 toy, box of candy, or whatever. Well, just stack all that up. And the stocking's like, $40 or whatever, $50. Well, then you multiply that by 5. And it gets crazy. Like a bunch of little junk, and it's 5 of each thing. Gets pretty expensive pretty fast. And And so then then you got all the other gifts and stuff. And I could share a Christmas tradition that my wife and I started with our kids. I don't know. If you guys are ever looking for traditions, this is a fun one for the family. We pick, my wife and I pick a movie each year for Christmas. Sometimes it's a new movie. Oh, excuse me. You know, like a new, it has to be something that's on Blu-ray or coming on Blu-ray by Christmas time. So like we couldn't do Frozen 2, for example, if we wanted to this year, because that won't be on Blu-ray. And we also pick a movie that preferably the kids have never seen. So we do all sorts of different stuff. Like one year it was the Pets movie or whatever. And the other thing is you have to be able to buy swag from whatever franchise it is. So they have to have some merch options. And then we put together a Christmas Eve box, and in the movie is in there, and then a bunch of stuff associated with the movie. Typically a set of pajamas for the entire family. Who wears pajamas? Except on Christmas Eve, I wear pajamas because the whole family is wearing them, and they all match, and it's very cute and lovely or whatever. And then the kids get little stuffed animals and stuff like that. This year we picked Harry Potter. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, that's right. Lady Raggeds is reading the Harry Potter books. And she picks the movie because that's easy. Because if I pick the movie, it'd be, like, who knows? It's like Braveheart. We watched that last year. Okay, Rob Roy. But no, it's this year was Harry Potter, the first one. So we bought a bunch of Harry Potter junk and stuff and acted like good little heathens. And we sat around and watched the movie. I'm not a fan of Harry Potter. It's fine. But the kids seem to like it. But anyway, that thing, let's get to the point here. 5 sets of pajamas. 5 little snuggles for each one, right? All of those things. Oh my God. Full on commercialized Christmas. I'm about to go monk. Die Hard. Okay, guys, question for you in the chat. I know it's a very popular meme that Die Hard is the best Christmas movie, and I'm inclined to agree. But the other day I was reminded of another Christmas movie that's great. Gremlins was a Christmas movie. Have you seen Gremlins? Did you remember that Gremlins was a Christmas movie? Oh boy, what a great movie. And I do love Die Hard. Like I said, I still think Die Hard wins in my heart, but Gremlins, it came up there. Oh my gosh. Little Gizmo was a Christmas present to the main character. Oh. The memories. Okay. Ron Toye. Oh, Ron's on here. Ron says, "Suck it, Nicky Poo. I just got a movie deal to make our victory of purging 6.9 undesirables from the 6.9 million undesirables from the anime community with our final solution onto the big screen. Check it out, losers. It's called 2 Girls, 1 Cuck. Later, losers." Later, Ron, and Merry Christmas to you. May you somehow avoid the sepsis that filming that movie is going to give you. Ding Dong Head says, "Merry Christmas, Nick, and Merry Christmas" to the chat. Hey, Merry Christmas. And I haven't said that really to you guys yet. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I mean, I'm here lightly complaining about the expense of 5 children. But that's a choice, right? Like, that's the choice, not just the children, like, to get them this stuff. And ultimately the stuff isn't what matters. That's not what Christmas is. And I know it's a cliche and a meme, but Christmas is what this is for me. If you're just joining, I'm with my parents. My whole family's here. And it's really great. to spend Christmas with people you love. And I just saw a lot of people I love, right? It was just at my grandmother's funeral. And I just saw a lot of people, but to be able to take Christmas and spend it with your family, and they don't limit family to that biological thing, right? Like if you've got that family, great. If you don't, you've got family. You've got people that you care about and that you hang out with. And taking the opportunity and having a day to just hang out with them is something that no matter what your political, ideological, religious affiliation is, it doesn't matter, right? Western culture has succeeded at this thing very well. Is that somehow we've convinced almost everybody for one day, really because some guy was born 2,000 years ago, but we've succeeded at convincing everybody that even if they don't like that guy, to just take the day off and shut up and hang out with someone that you care about. Or if you can't, then go to a Chinese restaurant and eat. It doesn't matter. But you just get some time to spend with people, and I think that's important. And that is why I'm doing a show tonight. My family's all in bed. But I know some of you guys out there, for whatever reason, either didn't have someone to hang out with today or didn't have the ability to hang out with who you'd really like to hang out with. Logistics can work a number on plans. We live in a very disconnected society. It's very connected technologically, very disconnected physically. Our ability to communicate instantly means that we make bonds and connections with people thousands of miles away. So you can't always hang out with the people you want to hang out with. And so I was hoping that this show tonight is a little bit of just me getting to connect with you guys and spend some time in that. That's why there's not much format to it. There's not a big plan. And we're just here. We're just here hanging out. And I hope you all enjoy this, because what I wouldn't want you to do is I wouldn't want you to spend the night watching pornography and violating the laws of the incel or whatever. the violating Fuentes statute. At Destro says Jesus was not born during the winter solstice. He was born in the summertime. A couple things on that. One, it doesn't matter when he was born. It's not the point, right? We're memorializing the birth, whether it was this day or not. It's really irrelevant. Two, the seasonal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but seasons would have been a little bit different, actually, when he was born, right? Because we have orbital precession, which means that every 13,000-ish years we have a flip-flop of the seasons. So summer is winter and winter is summer. Well, 2,000 years is a significant change. It would have been quite a different seasonal precession at the time, I think. And now that doesn't change half the year, but it does change something. But the most important one is, who cares, right? Like, who cares on the day? It's symbolic. It's symbolism. But anyway, I don't know what point you were trying to make. And it is an interesting thing to think about. And there are reasons why we picked this day, but we did pick the day. And like I said, it doesn't matter what your belief system is. It's the day. And you don't have to believe in Jesus to spend today with the people you like and to take advantage of that day off. You have to work at the casino tonight? Pray for me, fellas. Oh, good luck, buddy. Good luck with that. All right. Okay, let's see here. We've got a couple more chats here. Shamu13. Is that from Monica? No, that's a joke. That's a whale joke. A fat joke. I told myself I wouldn't make fun of people because it was Christmas. Hey, Nick, I got caught for pandering in the state of Georgia. Cops just gave me a ticket, but said if they catch me again, they would arrest me. I have a clean record and have never been arrested, so I get a slap on the wrist by the judge. Hashtag blue balls. Pandering. What the hell is pandering in Georgia? Pandering, Georgia. When he or she solicits a person to perform an act of prostitution in his or her own behalf. Oh, nice. Excellent. Let's see. So they ticketed you. They didn't arrest you. Well, I don't know. I have no idea how Georgia handles pandering. That's an interesting predicament, man. Hopefully, you'll just get a slap on the wrist. Tell the judge it was Christmas, and you were just ho-ho-hoing. I don't know. Oh my God. Still my favorite guy, right? The bowl of oatmeal dude. I know you guys have seen the bowl of oatmeal dude. When the guy is in court and the judge says, and then you said to the female officer, "Girl, you thicker than a bowl of oatmeal," and he goes, he's got his hands shackled. Oh, that's my favorite dude. Oh God. If you want to see that clip, you could just type in "thicker than a bowl of oatmeal." But yeah. To answer your question, Shamu, I mean, you got a clean record, first offense. I hope they go light on you. I don't know what's the statute here. Well, what's the punishment? God, I hate Georgia. You should have gotten ticketed for pimping. Penalties for violating. Okay, here we go. Okay, I assume the person wasn't under 18, so that's good. It's a misdemeanor of a high and aggravated nature. Person convicted of the offense enumerated in 669 shall be punished for a misdemeanor. So 6612, that's you. That's a misdemeanor of a high and aggravated nature. First offense, misdemeanor. You probably plea it out, get a stay of adjudication, whatever they call it there, where it doesn't go on your record. You just say, "Look, I'm sorry. I won't throw 20s at hoes anymore." Hopefully. But you probably want to look at getting a lawyer. Take the money you would have given to the prostitute and give it to the other type of prostitute. The best kind. Me. The legal kind. We'll do Lemoire's tweet in just a second, yeah. Ryan Mercado says, now that you mentioned Hook, what would Hook do if he joined Vic's legal team? I don't know if he can. But it would have been funny. He was calling like Lemoyne. He's like, "I'm waiting, you Darth Vader sounding gay boy." Also, Merry Christmas. Here's some money to get you some real liquor. Not that Johnny Walker's trash. Sorry, Lady Raggeds. Don't apologize to her. She deserves it. That stuff is garbage. Yeah, no, I've for reference, I've got some Jameson tonight. Little Jameson. The parents don't have the same whiskey cabinet I do, and I have not had time to get out to a proper liquor store. Sean Brennan says, just a reminder that Cobra is the best Christmas movie. Oh, Cobra's a Christmas movie? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen Cobra in like 20 years. Stallone shooting hand grenades with his with his gun. Billy the Kid Lawrence says, Nick, sorry for trying to promote Mom's GoFundMe too much here. You don't have to apologize to me, buddy. Thanks to who did try to help racketeers. My mom, Candy Kaufman, passed away on the morning of December 21st, 2019. Hardest week and worst Christmas. Oh, man. That sucks, buddy. Peace to you and your family. Honestly, prayers. That's really tough. It's really tough. Hold on to those you love, guys. Really, really do. Yeah. Okay. Well, on that note, I guess we will move on to Lemoyne's tweet, although I feel kind of awful doing that. Hold on. I got to set up I'm on a different thing here, so I got to set up how this works. This one. Okay. Let me get Lemoyne's tweet pulled up here, and then I'll move it over. Where are we? Oh, hey. I got to send a shout out. A shout out to my homie / body double / alter ego. Me. I've got to wish me a happy birthday. Happy birthday to Captain Manning. May me have a great day. And thank you to me for putting such a great confusion on Lemoyne that he legitimately couldn't figure out that we are obviously the same person, and had to put that question to the court because he doesn't know that you are I. So, Captain Manning, happy birthday, buddy. Which is me, of course. So, there you go. Yesterday. Happy birthday, yesterday. But, yeah, man. Cheers, buddy. May you have a good day. Okay. All right, here we go. So, if you guys don't know how Lemoyne does his life, first of all, it's obviously sad. But Lemoyne blocks everybody. So this is weird. You're going to see the chat. It's because I only have 2 monitors. I don't have 3, so my monitor organization is not the same as normal. So you'll see the chat and some background stuff, but here we go. Okay, so this is a 2-part. This is a twofer. We've got 2 absolute dumbasses encapsulated in one place. Is that Ty Beard in the chat? Hey, Ty. Hi, Ty. How are you? Yeah, you see you got 2 chats pulled up. That's just a meta thing going on. Okay. We've got 2 just brilliant people here on Twitter. So the first one is Daniel Fitzpatrick. Daniel Fitzpatrick, I don't know. There's 2 options. Can you guys see his face here? Let me see. See if I can get this a little bit. Do you see this guy? Showing this guy on stream may violate YouTube's rules against harassment. We're going to get this zoomed in as much as possible. Okay, so this is Daniel Fitzpatrick. All right, now I don't know if he is a serial killer who sliced off someone's face and wears it like a mask, or if the genetic goblins just ran and grabbed one of his ears and just tugged back as far as they could and stretched his face across a canvas. Like, seriously, it looks like he put his face on a balloon. That's I mean, I hope you can see that, because what I'm looking at is horrifying. But yeah, so anyway, that's Daniel Fitzpatrick. Oh my gosh. All right, we're getting there. There's the normal thing again, normal size. He's not just fat, man. He looks like someone smashed his face into a photocopier and copied it on a two-dimensional surface. Okay, so Daniel Fitzpatrick is says this. Sorry if this sounds stupid, but did Monica and any others show the evidence? And he tags a bunch of idiots. Look, I mean, he tags LJ Montello, Kaikun Cosplay. This guy is definitely anti-Vic, right? This guy is pro Monica and Ron. And he has been for a long time. He comes in with a stupid take every now and again. Just an absolute moron. But, you know, that's what he wants to do with life, is just be stupid. So anyway, he comes in, tags these morons, and he's got some screenshots from people I recognize, like Zero Resurrected, Hunter Harshberger. These are pro-Vic guys. I don't recognize Smugly. So I don't know about that, but they're talking about not showing evidence. And here's the sad thing. Even Monica's supporter, and Daniel Fitzpatrick is an ardent supporter of Monica. You can go look. Even her supporter can't figure out if she showed the evidence. Well, no, of course they didn't show the evidence. They lied. There isn't evidence. They made it all up, right? But here's this guy. Sorry if this sounds stupid. No, Daniel, it's the smartest thing you've ever said. Did they show the evidence? No. Welcome to it, buddy. Welcome to the party, pal. They never showed the evidence. There isn't any evidence. They lied over and over and over because they can't not lie. Guys, Monica's alleged assault was in 2007, which meant she spent the next 11 and a half years being best friends with her assailant. She lied. It's a lie. I can't say it enough. It's a lie. This is the most frustrating part. Of course it's a lie. Of course there's no evidence. She spent 11 and a half years hugging, kissing, being smiley with, doing appearances with, going to dinner with, hanging out in the hotel room of, being flirty with, being fat with. Vic Mignogna, she spent 11 and a half years with the man who allegedly assaulted her with no obligation to do so. No one forced her to be there. They're thousands of miles away on the average day. Their schedules are both public. There's nothing compelling either of them. We know that Funimation doesn't force them to be together. Nobody does. Nobody could force them to be in the same room. Not a single person on earth had the authority to put Monica Rial and Vic Mignogna in a room, to make them hug, to make them give little pecks on the cheek, to sing together, to do lines and readings together? Nobody. Vic recorded most of his stuff from his home and sent it to Dallas. Monica recorded in Dallas. They didn't see each other unless they wanted to. Ever. It's a lie. So no, she didn't show the evidence, Daniel. She lied to you. She lied to you. I don't know how else to say it, man. I want to make fun of you, but I can't. I can't, because I feel bad that you fell for it. But of course not. But anyway, in true Lemoyne fashion, Lemoyne is an expert crisis PR manager, you could tell. Because here's how he solves this. Where Monica's supporter, who this Daniel guy hates me, hates probably most of you, loves to suck on Manjaw's Adam's apple or whatever. Full in, right? This is one of their big supporters and defenders on Twitter. Lemoyne has the opportunity to manage this PR and say, look, this is one of my fans. This is my fangirl here. I can come in. I can talk about where Monica showed the evidence. I do all sorts of stuff, right? I can do anything. I can help out my supporter. I can arm my supporter to go out there and continue fighting on behalf of my clients. And concerned troll wearing a stupid hat now joins the ranks of the blocks. I can't see because of the screenshot thing here. I can't see what the rest of it says. Something stupid questions for Xmas. And that's your, ask stupid questions for Xmas, and that's your present as well. Lemoyne, you could have just, anything other than what you did would have been a better plan. That guy would probably send you money to pay Monica's bill if you asked him. Look at him. He would do what you needed. He would do what you asked. He'd do the things you don't ask. Right? He'd show up at your house and hang out and cuddle your cat while you were away or whatever. And instead, you threw him in the dark. You blocked him. What an idiot. What an idiot. That guy, the one guy in that thread genuinely asking, like, help me, Monica, Ron, Dominique, Marky, Funimation, your lawyers, anybody help me? I don't know where she showed the evidence. I know in my processing, she must have showed the evidence, but where? Where? Just tell me where. Nope, sorry. Cut off. Well, Daniel, I will welcome you and your wide face to the Stand With Vic side any day. And I will show you where they showed the evidence. I'll show you over and over again. I'll show you where they showed the evidence. Yeah. It's that time in Monica's deposition where she admitted that she was just jealous that Vic's name was on that DVD and hers wasn't. It's okay. I'll tattoo a novel across that giant forehead all the way. We can fit all of it. We can fit the entire timeline on it. And we don't have to start in January. We can start before the Common Era. That's how much space we have. That's the width that we're working with. Oh my God. Whew. So anyway, that's the Lemoyne tweet. I have a big forehead. Yeah, we could put all sorts. We could put columns, newspaper columns down mine. That's how I would do it. Scroll work, right? Like Lorgar. We'd be good. I have a separate novel on the. It'd be like a book that you fold too far on my nose, right there. Uh, oh boy. What do we got here? Hold on. Okay. I just realized I'm out of Jameson, and I need some other drink. Can you guys hold on for just a minute for me? I don't have anything to do. If this were Twitch, I'd play an ad or something. Say what, Ty? Con sluts. Mr. Beard, do you know where there are any con sluts? Have you ever called a woman a con slut? I did just yesterday. Okay, just a second. Yeah, can you guys see the chair? Oh, you can't. I can fix this. There's the chair for you. I'll be right back. I just gotta grab a drink. Okay. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to adjust this camera back. We good? I think we're good. Get the art out of there. We can't have any art. What is this? Some kind of art stream? Oh my god. We have... Oh no! No, I think we may have Tug on here pretty soon. He popped in while I was gone, but he popped right back out because the link wasn't working. So hopefully we can fix that for him. Or hopefully he can fix that. You know, that whole thing. Okay, I got a Sprite. And I got a bottle of Jameson. I am not mixing these. That sounds disgusting. Three drinks left. Give me a reason to finish this. Oh, you're gonna finish it. Oh, hey Ty, do you want to come on? Do you have a camera set up or anything, or do you have a mic? Not to put you on the spot. You're welcome to. Merry Christmas, buddy. But I don't know if you have the ability to, because I think you're doing something or whatever. Oh, wait, what? There we go. I can call in. Yeah, I think so. If you want to. Hold on. Let me get the thing up here. The only thing is, I don't know if I'll be able to have you and Tug on at the same time. Hey, Tug. Hold on, buddy. I can't hear you. That's my fault, though, I think. Yep, that's my fault. 1 second. Where are we? Where's my... Oh, wait. No, that's right. Speakers. Hey, Tug, you there? Okay, let me get you on. And welcome to the show, That Umbrella Guy. Let me get you pulled up on the screen, your avatar. There you are, man. How's it going?
Woo, hey there. I'm doing good, man. How's it going for you? You have a good holiday?
I did. Merry Christmas to you and your family, by the way.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone, by the way. You know, except YouTube. They keep purging subs. Screw those guys.
Yeah, YouTube can eat the can get Sic Semper Tyrannis or whatever it is.
They can get on that West Nile bug. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no kidding. So if you guys don't know, the struggle of the YouTubes, YouTube hates some people at some times, and right now it hates me and Tug and a couple other people. But just so you guys know, every time I post a live stream, I lose like 40 subscribers, just straight out, within minutes of posting the link. That even before I make it public, it's like when I do a live stream, YouTube hates it. They just shut it. They're like, here, penalty. Now, if I post a short video, I don't know if you get the same thing, Tug, but when I do the live streams, I lose like 40 subs, and they tick back up over the next day. But then if I do a regular video, I don't. YouTube is genuinely trying to dictate the content that I do. I don't know if you have the same obsessive tracking of analytics that I do, but
never.
But it's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Well, even when you start making positive headway, they love to purge subs just periodically. So
yeah. So yeah, if you guys ever see wonky stuff with the numbers on the people you like, especially with the way YouTube does the sub reporting now, where you don't get the full live count, it goes by hundreds. Well, if you have 5 figures, it goes by hundreds. If you have 6 figures, it goes by thousands, and up and up and up. But you only get 3 significant figures of data for the sub count. So, I mean, you'll see me one point of the day, I'll be down 100 subs, and then 10 minutes later, I'll be up 100 subs because it like teeters on the edge and stuff. But it's really, really annoying to try and fight the YouTube sub burn. So
yeah, when they take 500 at a time or 600, I mean, you're not talking like, you lose or gain. I mean, that's part of the game, but you don't lose 500 in a minute and a half. It just doesn't happen.
No, that's the thing. The numbers that we get aren't reflective of reality, and that's what I was pointing out when I do a live stream, I lose X amount of subs right out the gate, and when I do a regular video, I don't. And there's no difference there, right? If there were people that were just mad at the channel and they like, oh, I got a notification, I'm tired of it, I would see consistent subscriber loss or gain on the notification going out. But because it's different, and significantly so, for a live stream versus a short recorded video, to me, that's YouTube telling me what the algorithm is telling me what kind of content YouTube wants to put out. They want to maximize ad revenue. Ad revenue is better on shorter content. Live streams are terrible for ad revenue. They're great for super chat revenue, and YouTube takes a significant chunk of that. But they don't. Their big money comes from advertising deals and being able to push out those advertising dollars where they can. So anyway, but other than that, man, how's it going? We haven't talked in a long time.
It's going good, man. I've been watching this stuff from I don't know. Lemoyne's funny. I've been trying to plug into him a little bit because I mean, what a weirdo. I thought him shooting down some Monica supporters is beautiful though.
Oh, that's so. I could not ask for a better result than him to do that. Yeah, just cut the legs out from under the little bit of groundswell support that you have.
Somebody said send the link to Ty. He asked for it earlier.
Oh, so, he asked for the. Okay, I'll email him the link.
What somebody said. That is me listening to the chat. So press exit out possibly.
Thank you, because I can't always see it when I'm trying to manage the stream. So let me compose this to ty@sexylink.com. Oh, wait. Sorry, I just doxed your... sorry, Ty. I didn't mean to dox his alternate email address. Okay. Yeah, Lemoyne's weird, but you've been hitting the Star Wars stuff pretty hard lately.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know, man. I figure like all of us did. We grew up in some way, shape, or form attached to this stuff.
Well, I've always kind of hated Star Wars. I respect what it did for sci-fi, right? It took sci-fi from this sort of like the 50s and 60s kind of goofy stuff, right? And it put it into the serious mainstream cinema and blockbuster cinema at that. Great. Love that it did that. And I like the first 3 are okay, but I think anyone who's being honest looks at those first 3 movies and says, I may like this, and that's good. Like it, love it, get obsessed with it. It doesn't matter to me. But at some point, you have to look at the storytelling of those first 3 Star Wars and go, yeah, it's always been bad. I don't know about you, but that's where I go with Star Wars. Like, the storytelling itself has always been just a little bit terrible.
I think when they're like, the Force is female, and when you go from the first movie of, this guy, he's having a lot of problems doing basically anything from the Force, and then you pick up with Force Mary Sue, basically going God power in the last one. Yeah, it says a lot. Ty looks like he's staring down at me from that.
He is.
I am staring down from Olympus, actually Oklahoma. This sort of thing.
Ty, are you in an industrial-sized sauna? What room is that?
This is a cabin in Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
I mean, I guess. Is it steaming where you are? Are you sure you're not in Norway?
No, I would recognize Norway. This is Oklahoma. Sorry for the jumping about, but I'm having to hold this thing in my lap. But Merry Christmas, guys, by the way.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you, man.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, man. I see that sweater, man. That's Christmassy. It looks like
that's a snake.
Oh, I thought maybe I'm not drunk enough to recognize it as what it is. That's what
It's Slytherin. He's House Slytherin.
Oh man, I thought you had a Christmas shirt on. I was going to make fun of it. Damn it, you had to pull something else out of there.
Brittany bought us all the appropriate Harry Potter shirts. For some reason, I turned out to be Slytherin. So
What about you, Ty? How much do you love the storytelling of the original Star Wars trilogy?
It's classic. It's the classic myth, type thing.
You know what?
You know what's funny? Well, I'm not quite a fanboy. What's funny is, certainly with Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back, they both start strong and end strong, but actually they're pretty darn slow through the middle.
Yeah.
And it's hard to evaluate Star Wars, though, because I was 11 years old and saw it in the theater. And there just hadn't been anything like that before,
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so again, respecting what it did for the genre and its whole groundbreaking aspect, that I get. It's like the Beatles. I don't really like the Beatles, but I like what they did. Get over it. No,
Sorry, that was too easy.
I like the residual impact that the Beatles had, and I don't mind that other people like them. But I think the greatest gift that J.J. Abrams can give to Star Wars is to keep making them so bad that eventually people will go back and be like, yeah, I guess the first ones really weren't that good.
Sounds like he's definitely taken that on.
Actually, people have been more like, hey, this prequel stuff, it wasn't as bad as we thought. That's what he's doing.
Boy, and I never thought I'd see the day that people would be extolling the prequels.
I never thought I would see the day when I would go into an opening day for a Star Wars and it only have sold like 64% of the seats that I'm in the theater.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, opening day sold less than full?
Yeah, 64%. Well, I called around too to see if that was the norm. They're going to make their money, but they may not make $1 billion. That's insane to talk about. A movie with Star Wars stamped across it.
Tug, didn't you say that that all the normal shills actually panned it? Critics. Ooh.
Yeah, they wanted. The last one was supposed to be subversive. It basically spit in the face of fans, and they said, "Yeah, we love that." Well, they tried to course correct this time because it's not just about making money in the theater. It's about selling merchandise and everything else.
They should have done the Bobby Ewing thing of just waking up and it was all a bad dream.
There you go.
You can't fix that. In my humble opinion.
This was just Anakin's dream and why he decided to bang Padme. No, the prequels. Now, I saw all of the prequels on opening day. I actually had the misfortune of seeing the third one on opening day and the day after, because I'd actually bought tickets for the next day and then got invited to, my buddy had bought tickets for the opening day. And so I got stuck seeing that pile of garbage twice in a row. And the third one, I mean, the first one's bad. The third one is gutter trash. I don't care what anybody says. The second prequel is the best one of the prequels, in my opinion.
There you go. TR Fringe in the chat said, "You're just a cool kid trying to hang with the nerds." That's what it is.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
No, I remember, seeing those prequels were pretty bad. This new one though, it's been panned so badly that it's only rated 3% higher than episode 1 right now.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's a mess, man.
And I like J.J. Abrams. Like, I do. Did he direct this one?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
he added, not as much lens flare as I thought we would have, but
I don't think he's a very good screenplay writer. He's a good director, but
yeah, well, I know they're not Star Trek, and if you acknowledge that his Star Trek movies are not Star Trek, they're good action movies.
yeah. Oh, I enjoyed his reboot of Star Trek. I enjoyed that just fine. It was casting was good. Carl Urban steals every scene he's in, which is glorious.
I really dislike J.J. Abrams, actually. So
Really?
yeah. I mean, he has a specific method. Everything that he touches, he can quote unquote modernize something, but it leads franchises down this disastrous path.
Well, it's very active, and he's coming into two franchises, Star Wars and Star Trek, that are not active movies. The action in Star Wars has always been terrible, but that's because in the 70s they didn't know how to do action, right? Like, they just didn't. Not in the way we look at action movies today.
They didn't have computer editing and
right.
all the.
It's slower. It's
crap that you get with that. Yeah.
It's methodical. And then you get a guy like Abrams in there trying to remake these things into it was like the Miami Vice remake, right? Like which I kind of liked. It was fun, but it's like this action movie where Miami Vice action is very different than the Miami Vice movie.
Right.
It's like everything's a Bourne movie now. It's like they got to go. They got the active camera bouncing all over the place, and everything's got to be kind of dark because you don't want to see all the screw ups. It's great.
Yeah.
Movies treat you like you're stupid these days, though. I mean, everyone has to be stupid.
So, guys, remind me, didn't Disney pay $4 billion for the Star Wars franchise? Am I remembering that correctly?
Well, I keep thinking 5 billion.
I think it was 4.
Yeah, 4 maybe.
5 billion.
I can't remember. I don't know. It's
by any rational measure, especially given the economy of the last 3 years, they would have had to have made 10 or 12% return annually. I'm talking about pure profit after paying all their expenses for that investment to even vaguely be a good investment. I'm not sure they have. I don't. They bought what is it? It's like they bought it in 2000. Was it 2010?
Ty, I don't know if you've considered how many Star Wars themed Lego sets my wife has personally bought.
Well, that's true. The merchandising is a hard. Well, here's the thing. What I was getting at though is if the return on the Star Wars property isn't there, you could actually see kind of one of the classic scenarios unfold where Lucas comes back, buys it back for a significantly lower price than he sold it to him. Now, I don't know that the egos of the Disney
I hope he does that,
board of directors
because
would allow that to
no
happen.
one writes a better movie than George Lucas.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. No, I am not at all saying, "Boy, I wish this would happen." I mean, but that's always the classic pattern. At least, as you know, Nick, I do a lot of merger and acquisition stuff, and that's always the classic pattern. You sell a business to someone, they run it into the ground. Then you take some of the money you got when you sold it and buy it back after they've run it into the ground. It's an almost stereotypical pattern.
The problem with George is he's too successful, so he won't. Well, maybe he would, but he probably won't check himself. And if he got the assistance,
I think
if he gets the screenwriter, like if he hires a good screenwriting team.
Well, didn't he have Lawrence Kasdan on the last of the prequels? I mean, that's about as good. I mean, Kasdan wrote The Empire Strikes Back, or I think he took it over after Lee Brackett couldn't. But I mean, but I think you're onto something. The problem with George Lucas is he can do literally anything he wants, and that's not necessarily a good way to make a movie.
Yeah, he's probably just taking a jetpack and landing on millionaire yachts, farting and leaving. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not sure that he's not also, if he's not obsessive compulsive, he's probably on the spectrum, because some of the tweaks that he kept making to the original movie is like, oh, dude, will you let it go? I mean, do we actually need more rocks in front of R2-D2 in the in the Tusken Raider scene?
Yes.
So, I mean, you get an obsessive compulsive guy like that with unlimited power. Vegas money says it ain't going to be a great movie, but boy, the crap they've put out since
can't be worse.
You say that, and I would agree with you, but there's always that.
That's got to feel weird, though. You're that obsessive about what is essentially your baby, So you're offered $4 billion, to sell your baby off. You could tell that he regretted it after a little while. I mean, you could tell when they didn't follow up his plans. You could see he was pretty pissed off.
Oh, well, they lied to him. I mean, that's.
Oh yeah.
So the rule of thumb in an acquisition is this: when you sell your business, resign yourself to you have sold your. I don't give a shit what they tell you about how they still want you to be involved. You're the heart and the soul of the business. You built it. We just want to come in and give it the financing it needs and let you. But that's all a bunch of crap. I've never ever seen that actually happen. In at least in private business sales, and Lucasfilm was a private company. It was a huge private company. It was a private company.
Well, his plan really
told him all that crap.
It goes back to those prequels. His plan ultimately is just shit on these new movies until the prequels look golden.
Yeah, that reminds me. I remember with Jimmy Johnson, the former Dallas Cowboys coach. He had moved to Dallas from Miami, and he loved Miami. He coached the Miami Hurricanes. And so after it went south in Dallas, he decided he really, really wanted to coach the Miami Dolphins really bad. But, of course, they had this guy named Don Shula who didn't seem to be willing to step aside. So what he did was he gets a gig on Fox, and basically every Sunday he predicts a Miami blowout. He did this for, I don't know if he did it for 1 year or 2 years, but anyway, he was shameless about it. And of course he wound up getting the head coaching job at Miami because they would never perform as well as he said they should. And I see Lucas sort of doing the same thing.
So here's the question: when will they?
Yeah, strange.
They'll have to bring back Lucas. Will have to come back, buy back the franchise, and make Jar Jar Binks the next Jedi. God. That'll be good. That'll be great. I think he would because he insisted on cramming Jar Jar. I mean, one of the classic to the fans.
That's gotta suck to be given a character in a Star Wars movie that almost drives you to suicide because people hate you so much.
What is the actor for Jar Jar Binks? Did he almost commit suicide?
Yeah. He came out talking about it in the media, and fans. But at the time, it would have been media. They used to talk about the way to fix this was to cut off his head and put it on a pike. I mean, comedians would joke about stuff like that. After a while, yeah.
There are some fan edits out there where somebody did that. They showed they used the current tools, digital tools, and they showed Jar Jar, I think, getting his head caught in the racing pod thingy, and all this. It was that
would have been better.
Something about a racist cartoon rabbit just filled me with white hot loathing, I have to admit.
Dude says Jar Jar is the key to all of this. Merry Christmas, gang.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people talked about him going Sith Lord. I mean, that would have actually been a really funny thing to do.
Yeah, they should have run with that. Yeah. That's what should happen when you have absolute.
That would have been awesome to get episode 9. Misa badass.
Yeah, you've got an absolute trash series going, and they're like, well, what can we do? Like, how do we rescue the Matrix 3? Oh, we'll just listen to the fan theories and run with that. They should have done that with the Matrix 3 also. And if anybody out there defends Matrix 2 or 3, we're gonna have some words about your movies.
Well, really? No, I'm just kidding.
Hold on, I got a couple chats here. Cressidia Holmes says, Merry Christmas, Nick. Hey, Merry Christmas, Cress. Hope you had a wonderful day. Got my injury back pay today, so sending you this gift. Hey, thank you. Wishing you and yours all the best in 2020. The salt must flow. Oh, the salt can and will flow.
Nice.
Nova Zero says, the evidence came up when they were waterboarding Vic during deposition. Some raspy weirdo tried to make it about con sluts. Merry Christmas, grifter. Commercialism is the ultimate grift against Christians, but who cares? Hey, thanks, I agree. Brian Dewig says, Christmas is gin and tonic here. Enjoy your drinks. Ooh, gin and tonic. The first drink I ever had.
It reminds me, I got to step away and grab me some Tito's and orange juice.
What was your first drink ever, Ty?
Beer. Schlitz, actually.
Oh,
when
God.
I was about 6 years old.
You just reminded me that my first drink was also beer. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping it was gin and tonic. The first drink
when I was a kid.
Go ahead. No, you go.
I was going to say, when I was a kid, it wasn't child abuse to let your child have a sip of your beer. And so I would pester my parents, and they'd give me a sip of their beer. And, one day they decided they were going to teach me a lesson, and so they let me have the whole can. And I drank it and went, I like this. So, it didn't. Yeah, it backfired.
That was a similar story, except I never had the whole can experience. But I learned how to tap the keg and pour the beer so it didn't foam up too much.
Okay.
So
you bartended for your parents.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, I mean, I won't say it on film, but yes.
For someone.
But the first drink I chose to have was a gin and tonic in Paris, France.
Yeah.
It's good. I'd still drink gin and tonic.
Yeah.
What about you, Tug?
Let's see. I think Two Fingers Tequila, I believe.
Oh.
That's a man. That's a
way to start. Drink. I mean, beer, of course. But if we're talking, other stuff, it's just.
I had whiskey. I had Old Charter when I was probably 14. My dad liked Old Charter bourbon, so I had some of that when I was 13.
Well,
14.
The gin and tonic. It was. I was 15. I was on a school field trip to Paris. We had the most fun field trip. The teachers just said, "Go, just go and meet us at this restaurant 6 hours from now, and we'll eat." And so it's a bunch of
what could have possibly gone wrong.
Yeah, so we just went to the bar. Where they're in Paris. They don't ask questions like, "Are you 18?" Yeah. Okay, cool. That was literally it. Are you 18? Yeah. Well, 15-year-old me did not look 18 at all. Just chugging down gin and tonics and oh God, it was great. Great time.
Yeah, when I went to Paris, I was already a lawyer, and so one of the things that struck me about Paris was the complete absence of guardrails. They obviously do not have enough trial lawyers over there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could literally walk right up to the edge of the scene of a song or whatever that river is, and your concrete platform, and it just drops down in the river. There's no guardrail. There's no warning signs. Just
That's the Seine.
The Seine?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Seine. So there you go.
Not up on France as a general rule.
Yeah. Learn to pronounce your French better, Ty.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I'll call my South Louisiana cousins and ask them to give me a lesson.
Yeah.
So we had some hot blue on blue action with opposing counsel. I heard.
Yeah, that was great.
That's it's friendly fire.
Yeah, this super weirdo named Daniel Fitzpatrick, who has long been a critic of me and long been a supporter of Monica and Ron, and he was asking if they ever showed the evidence, because they seem to have not ever actually done that, and Lemoyne blocked him.
For asking, I got to honestly though, that's a fairly reasonable question. I mean,
well, I took it as somebody help me remember where they showed the evidence so I can school these idiots and losers, right? Like that's how you take that, and you. But
did you show the evidence to support your case? You're a troll. You're blocked. What?
Yep.
I believe that speaks volumes, doesn't it?
I think it speaks more volumes than Lemoyne has the breath to speak. By the way, I know you can't comment on this, but I can.
Depends on how much I've had to drink.
Tina is pissing me off.
No, I can't comment on that.
Yeah. Because it's
Bear with me, I'm walking.
Yeah. No, I know. I knew with the holidays coming up that the prospects were low, that it was going to get out. But man, it is... it's frustrating.
Well, it's kind of, she had there were a number of large things that happened at the same time and everything. So, I assume she'll be getting it out pretty quick.
I don't think she understands that her job is to feed content on my show, not to report. I don't care about
I tried to tell her that, but I may not have delivered the message as clearly as one might have hoped.
Yeah, no kidding.
So.
Oh my gosh. And just so you know, I don't know if you knew this, Ron deleted his Twitter, but he brought it back.
Yeah, I heard there was kind of a kerfluffle about that.
Yeah.
Some
people were suggesting he destroyed evidence or whatever, but that all remains to be seen, I suppose.
Yeah. Who knows?
I just like how they complained. They said to get down. The excuse was because Twitter is a toxic platform. Really? After all the shit you guys have pulled, it's now a toxic platform.
It's one wonders perhaps they were not getting the responses that they were hoping for or something.
You need a calculus equation to figure out the level of irony as their self-awareness approaches, the limits of irony as their self-awareness approaches infinity. Right?
Well, absolute zero. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they have no. It's yeah.
Oh,
well, the thing is, we're now in what I would characterize as the doldrums of the case. There's going to be a long period of nothing substantial happening, and a lot of people are very addicted to attention, and they're not getting it.
Do you make anything of two of the parties did not file an appeal on their fees? Oh, hey, there's a beardlet.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Oh, in the street?
Beardlet.
Yeah, in the background, up in the balcony.
Oh, yeah. That's my daughter Brianna.
Hi.
Sorry, honey. Sorry. Yeah. Well, anyway, as you know, we put this together kind of on the fly. So.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even ask. I didn't even invite you on until the show was well underway. I figured there was no way.
I was actually going to bed. We had finished up. We're about halfway through our Christmas movie canon, and I was getting sleepy, so I went into the bedroom, laid down, and popped and saw you had a show. So I got went in, and one thing led to another.
Was Gremlins on your canon?
No. I put it up on my Facebook thing. Today we watched Hunt for Red October. Yes, it's a Christmas movie, but I don't have time to go into it. We watched A Christmas
I give
Story.
all the gifts.
Yeah, yes. Sean Connery is a Russian captain. Let's see. We've watched Jaws. Yes, that's a Christmas movie too. Again, I don't have time to go into it. Crap, I've already forgotten all the movies we've watched. But anyway, we've been kind of powering through them. We sort of got distracted.
Did you watch any movies made after 1989?
Oh, let's see. That's harsh.
I was just curious. You don't have to.
After 1989, yes. Not a long time after 1989, but well, Ocean's 11 is a Christmas movie, and it was 2002, maybe.
The Brad Pitt one, Brad Pitt and George Clooney and whatever. That was okay.
Yeah.
What about Ocean's 8
version
with the women? What about that one?
Didn't see it, and apparently it pursued. It was kind of like a Star Wars movie, sort of. Wasn't it? I mean,
how much did you love the all-female Ghostbusters?
I like what Milo Yiannopoulos said about it. It was a movie about three or four lesbian janitors. And no, I didn't see it. I saw enough of the comments and stuff from the idiot that made it and some of those actors, and I was like, I don't want to watch this. Life's too short. Besides, Ghostbusters is one of those movies. Good luck remaking that, because that was one of those movies that literally caught lightning in a bottle. I mean, they couldn't even remake it. Ghostbusters 2 was a serious disappointment.
I like Ghostbusters 2. I mean, 1 is better, but I just like it.
Yeah, it was, but I mean, it was not of the caliber of 1.
No.
Not even close. It's kind of probably sort of like The Godfather 3, right? The Godfather 3 is actually a decent enough mafia movie. It really is. It's pretty good, even. It's just not as good as The Godfather and The Godfather 2, which are typically both of them are in the top 5 best movies ever made lists. You know?
I tried to finish The Godfather 2, but I died of old age.
Oh, man. Why are you throwing shade on everything? By the way, The Godfather is one of our Christmas movies as well.
I've watched Godfather 2 multiple times. I like it. It's just really long.
It is very long. You have to. It's a process more than.
But you know the best mobster movie, right? Like, you know this.
Goodfellas, right?
Nope.
I mean, wouldn't the gang that couldn't shoot straight?
Try again. I'll give you one more try.
Casino.
No, you're close, but it's actually Out for Justice with Steven Seagal.
Okay.
I hear that's based on real events.
Yeah.
I bow to the to your judgment on that one.
Hey, that is 100% top 10 movies of mine.
Did you ever see that horrible movie that On Deadly Ground? It had Michael Caine as the villain. It was a Seagal film.
Are you sure it was On Deadly Ground and not the exact same movie, Fire Down Below?
I no.
They were both where he was like a fire marshal in Alaska in both of them.
Yeah, it was an environmental. The one I'm thinking of had a real strong, stupid environmental message. But
who thought naming a film "Fire Down Below" was a good idea?
Jamie Markey.
That's Rico.
No, that. Yeah, I as a rule love any 90s Seagal movie. And I also like his early 2000 movie Exit Wounds with DMX, Michael Jai White. That's fantastic. Great movie. And Tom Arnold. And like Seagal's in anger management. And he goes in, it's like in an elementary school or whatever, and he has to sit down in one of those little desks that's connected to a chair that's made for a child. And it's perfect scene. Seagal sits down in this desk, and they have him stand up to tell his story, like why he's there. And he's trying to stand up, and the desk is like stuck to him because he's monstrously big. And he just ends up ripping the desk in half. It's like, exactly. This is how anger management goes.
I believe I missed that one. Hey, Tug, I was going to tell you, I was bitterly jealous of you. You got to hang out with Doomcock.
Yeah, I know, man.
That was a good show.
Yeah, man. Hanging out with him and Nerdrotic, dude. I kept saying Rekieta needs to have like a huge nerd stream with all those guys.
Oh,
you know, you just slip in there and have fun with it.
I've been watching him for about a year anyway. And he's a riot. He's really,
oh yeah.
Ty, you watch someone named
It was awesome to
Doomcock?
find out I could go on that show. I was like, hell yeah.
Well, Nick. He's really good. He's funny.
I just thought that was against Texas ethics rules or whatever.
Well, hey, listen, his co-host is Harvey Cthulhu. Okay, you gotta like that.
It is. That's why he goes by Overlord DVD. So he can't.
Oh yeah, that was something else we did tonight. We actually, it's a very mild night here in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. It's like 60 degrees tonight. It's cold now, so I built a big fire and we sat out there and listened to 2 H.P. Lovecraft radio dramas. That who is it? Dark Adventure Radio Theater. They're awesome. But
which ones did they do?
They did. They've done like 12. We did the Shadow over Innsmouth and the first episode of the Masks of Nyarlathotep, which is actually that's based on a Call of Cthulhu role playing game campaign. That's really good.
So
but
are
anyway,
these? So these aren't. They're not reading H.P. Lovecraft short stories. He didn't.
No,
pen
they're
them.
not audiobooks. They're radio dramas, complete with faux 1920s commercials like Fleur de Lis cigarettes.
Oh,
I'm a radio announcer, and my voice is very important to me. That's why I smoke all the Fleur de Lis cigarettes I can, because it gives my throat a gravelly, Anyway,
that's how Larry does it. Okay.
Oh yeah, but the Dark Adventure Radio Theater, I think is what it's called. I would recommend that to anybody. But I was laughing. I thought, in the last 6 hours, we've had a Tom Clancy thriller. We've had H.P. Lovecraft, and we ended with a Christmas story. So rather eclectic here at Beard Manor, Oklahoma.
I forgot that Christmas Story ends with like the most racist scene they could put in there. Until No. It's fa ra 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 ra.
Tis the season to be jolly, fa la la.
Jari. Oh God.
Bring food.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that scene existed. My parents and I and my sister, we used to go to this restaurant in Houston on, I think it was either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day for dinner. It was a Chinese place called China Co. We would go there because they were open. So it's like we'd had that Chinese dinner for Christmas. Oh, it was great.
Did they chop the duck's head off?
No. It was very normal Chinese food. It was just a day for them, apparently.
Yeah.
And no one. It was just like in the movie, though. No one was ever in there. I'm like, I know you're open because you don't care about Christmas, but why are you open? No one's here, but except us.
Yeah. Well, it's not so bad now, but God, when I was a teenager, on Easter and Christmas, there wasn't anything open in Tyler, Texas. I mean, you could have filmed like a post-apocalyptic movie on the streets of Tyler. It was that dead. Especially as I became a teenager, I didn't really actually like to be at home on the holidays. I used to refer to those as the Beard Family Massacres because and so get out on the streets trying to find something to eat. They just wasn't practical.
I got to go to Stanley's while I was down there. It's good.
Always good. Barbecue.
Yeah.
Superb barbecue. Tyler has an improbably decent selection of restaurants for a city its size.
Its size, in most states, Tyler's a good sized city. It's just Texas that it's small.
Well, that's true too. Yeah, I mean, gosh, I think Smith County is 200,000 or 300,000 people now.
Yeah, Tyler's like 130.
Yeah.
In Minnesota, you'd be like the fourth largest city, maybe third.
You remember at the John Wayne party, I actually suggested that our mayor run for president.
Yeah.
Because she was the mayor of a town as big as Pete Buttigieg, or however you say his name.
Buttigieg, that's correct. Yeah, it's the French pronunciation. Yeah. Buttigieg.
Yeah, well, as someone with an easily mockable name myself, I have no sympathy for him.
No,
I've paid my dues. So
I didn't get. I almost got some donuts. Actually, I had one donut, but it was like all day old. My uncle had bought me a bunch of donuts, and I didn't realize it because I went back to his house in the middle of the day, and there's a box of donuts sitting there, and I was like, man, I really want one of those, but I'm not going to touch another man's donuts, right?
No, you got to watch out. Yeah,
and then I saw him later that night, and he's like, oh, I bought you these donuts and kolaches. I was like, no! Oh, God.
The Darth Vader, no!
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if I asked. So was your flight out reasonably good? I know the little nervousness about getting on those little puddle jumpers.
It was that was fine. Actually, the flight down here was way worse than the puddle jumper. We had the plane left a little bit late from Minneapolis, and then I guess to make up for that, the pilots did not try to avoid any turbulence, so we just plowed straight through it. It was brutal.
I read a really good book where they talked about all these things like turbulence, and the
was it the Langoliers?
Turbulence. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I saw the really awesome miniseries, The Langoliers. But they were talking about turbulence. The perception is when you hit turbulence, you think you're going up and down 100, 200 feet. It's like 5 feet.
Yeah.
But of course you're hitting it at 500 miles an hour. And so, it feels, but
no, our flights home were very nice. We took the little puddle jumper from Tyler to Dallas. We stopped and we had dinner at Papado's in the Dallas airport, which is always a winner. What did I have? God, what I had was good. It was shrimp. It was these stuffed shrimp with jalapeno and cream cheese and bacon stuffed inside of the shrimp was stuffed with like the cream cheese and jalapeno, and the bacon was wrapped around the outside. And I was over a plate of dirty rice. And God, that was good. And I had a peach sangria to drink. So.
Well, it takes a secure man to voluntarily drink a peach sangria.
Peaches, Ty. Peaches.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It was but it was good. It was a good time.
So Tug, what do you think is going to happen to the whole Star Wars franchise? I mean, I've been watching your show off and on. I hadn't been able to catch as much as I'd like. So what do you think?
I think they're going to ride it. They're going to move to the TV market. They've already said they're moving to the TV market, man. That way you can control subscriptions. They're right now with The Mandalorian. I mean, they're making money hand over fist.
Oh, and it is a good show.
Yeah,
I was very skeptical, but
yeah, I mean, all they needed to do was make a space western. I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always maintained that Star Wars is one of the best westerns ever made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they credit Hidden Fortress and so many other samurai movies, and essentially that's all spaghetti westerns are. There are remade samurai movies.
Yeah, well, here's a crazy thought: what if you just made movies that people wanted to see?
What?
Well, I know.
Yeah, but then, the one thing, my new escapism, I have movies that I love, like older movies like you were talking about there, but newer movies, most of them I watch just for cringe elements. If I'm going to watch a new movie, I pick it out because my new escapism is watching shitty movies and making fun of them on YouTube.
Okay, well, hey, worked for Mr. Science Theater all those years.
Speaking of samurai movies, Tug, have you ever seen 13 Assassins?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was good, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie.
Still hadn't seen it. You've recommended it to me, and it's on my go do this list, but
Yeah, 13 Assassins was good.
You talking the original or are you talking the remake?
Oh, they did it. That's a remake? I'm probably talking about the remake.
Like they have a 2010 movie, I think, and then they have a 60s movie, I believe.
I watched the 2010 one. I thought it was great.
Yeah. I mean, they're both good. I was just wondering which one we're going with.
Yeah.
Well, so Tug, I'm curious about something. I've heard a little bit of chatter that the audience likes this new Star Wars movie better than is being reported. Is that bullshit?
Well, there's I don't know, because like Rotten Tomatoes, for example, that's their score, their audience score is locked. It locked at 86%. And I was looking at it today. There's proof that it's locked in. It locked at 7,000 views. Now they have 50,000 comments on it, rating it, but it locked at 7,000. It hasn't deviated from 86%. Up, down, nothing. So
it's like the fix might be in.
I think people do like it better than Rise of Skywalker. I mean, than Last Jedi. I said Rise of Skywalker for some reason. But yeah, I think the audience, of course, they're going to like nostalgia a bit better. I mean, it's very difficult to say I like either one of those movies.
No. I haven't seen it. And I won't, because
it's a mess. I mean, that's just, you go through it. It's a mess. It's 2.5 hours long. It should have been an hour and a half. And
well, I mean, if they're going to try to basically explain away or undo the damage from the previous movie, my God, that's a 2-hour movie in and of itself. They really should have done the Bobby Ewing thing.
Yeah. Well, they could have ignored.
You could just.
Well, the problem that they've done is they've attached this idea that we have to have trilogy movies. They're talking about after this movie, they're going to move away from that formula sometime in the future. That would be smart. That way, if you wanted to say, oh, that movie over there, one and done, who cares? Let's ignore it. Let's just call this one episode 7.5. That way you kick that one out in space.
Well, I mean, I would have thought it'd be self-evident, but you now have proof of it. If it's not self-evident, The Mandalorian is shown that you can make a very decent show set in the Star Wars universe that has nothing to do with Vader and Luke and all that crap.
I actually would prefer if they'd stop making movies at all and just make everything high quality shows.
Yeah,
the amount of money they're putting into shows and the way the release schedule allows them to tell a 13-hour story.
Yes.
And like, I'm so pissed that Ender's Game came out in like 2007 when these shows weren't as funded and popular, because I would much rather have had Ender's Game be a Netflix, Amazon, HBO, or Showtime production, or even Starz, than the one and done that it was, where they just left out all of the important stuff going on during Ender's Game. Like, I would much rather watch a season-long movie than a movie done badly.
Well, especially with the ability to binge watch now, that's a game changer too.
Yeah, they release it all in one shot.
I mean,
we also have, you're setting down, like you say, 40 minutes a lot of times. Some of these episodes for Mandalorian were 20 to 30 when you strip away all the, the intro and extra and all of that. Yeah. And we have we grade things differently as TV shows too. We're more likely to put up with stupid filler. I mean, we're just conditioned to do that.
Well, and because the stupid is a smaller proportion of the whole experience, right? If you got 13 episodes or whatever, and there's 5 minutes of stupid, well, that's a fairly tiny piece. You got an hour and a half movie and 5 minutes of it is stupid. That's a much bigger chunk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I whatever they did to get all the social justice bullshit out of the Mandalorian, if they just follow that, if they would follow that formula, I think they could make a ton of money. But you're going to have to make something that people want to see and give up your politicking.
They need to get out of the mentality that anything is too big to fail. Once they get away from that mentality and they treat, consumers like they belong there. It's like everything we see, though. Every damn industry, every professional. I mean, we've been arguing about the crap going on in anime for a while now. These people thought, like, Funimation, too big to fail. Voice actors, too big to be held accountable. And it's insane. So when you get to the level of, say, a Star Wars or something, you can imagine the ego behind it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Disney
I'm going to step away for a second. I'll be back in about 3 minutes.
Sounds good.
Handle something.
Better mute your mic if you're going to handle something. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't want to hear what Ty's handling.
That was just kind of cool the way they like his icon came up for that and everything. That was actually kind of awesome. You know,
I think that happens. Yeah, I think that happens when you shut off the iPad screen.
Mm-hmm. I had no idea.
Was he cocking a shotgun? What's going on back there?
Well, you know, Texas, man, Texas.
Yeah, he's in Oklahoma. He's in a foreign state.
Oh, man.
Can't trust
I lived in Oklahoma
there.
for a while. I'm sorry about that. Then I hated that place. I actually hated that place.
You know why I hate Oklahoma is whenever I'm driving down to Texas in the middle of summer, Oklahoma is the hottest place on earth. I mean, I don't care what the temperature says, although it always says 104 whenever we stop. But it's like you got to stop at a rest stop in Oklahoma. My kids get out of the car. They're like, oh, God, what is this? I'm like, this is Oklahoma. This is where you go if you sin.
We went to a park one time, okay? And I went over to go, sit down at some tables, and I saw these things sticking out of them. I thought, what the hell are that? So I got closer to it, and I noticed they had like a low shrub on one side, and on the other side of it, they had an archery range. Those little things sticking in the tables, they were arrows. We cleared the low shrubs. I thought, damn, only Oklahoma, man. Only Oklahoma. Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, it's a weird place. Here, let me read a couple of these chats that have come in. Tabletop Joe says, first off, Merry Christmas to you, Tug and Ty. Hey, Merry Christmas back to you, buddy. I never catch you live. Oh, my goodness. But I wanted to know if you know a good DUI attorney in Multnomah County, Oregon. Been dealing with license issues from Oregon in Michigan since 2013. Thanks for everything. I don't know really anybody in Oregon. Sorry, man. But email me. I might be able to find someone. My extended network may know someone. Email me with the thing, and I'll see if I can get you a referral. Star Goddess Kotau says, hey guys, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Can I shill for a birthday shout out? I turned 33 today. Be safe and much love, Nita. Hey, happy birthday. 33 on Christmas Day. Happy birthday to you, Nita.
Is that Nita that, was at Anime Matsuri, Nita? Hey, happy birthday to you.
It might be. I don't know. I assume
that
so.
might be. I think that's who that is. So happy birthday to you,
Well, happy birthday. I hope to see you again sometime soon. Tug, are you going to any conventions this coming year?
I've been invited to a couple. I'm thinking about it, because our comic project will be done, and I don't know. I may do another one, so I may go out there and do that. And I really, depending on what Matsuri does, I'd like to go to Matsuri. There are a lot of people that have been hitting me up about it, but I want to see what their decision is first from how they carry themselves.
I would love to go to Matsuri.
Is this Robin's phone?
That was awesome, man. The way their hotels are set up, it's great to like get together afterwards. You can drink and not have to stagger home from a bar. I mean, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. And downtown Houston is full of good food. Even if you don't want to stay in the hotel area, you can just go, a block or two away and eat great. But it was funny. I was arguing with Catherine Tewson the other day on Twitter because someone was mentioning that Vic was booked at 2 conventions and Monica's only been booked at 1 so far next year. And they're like, it's pretty interesting. Vic's twice as successful as Monica is at booking conventions for 2020. And I was like, hell, I've almost booked more conventions than Monica because I've been, like you said, you've been invited to a couple. I've been invited to a couple. I haven't finalized any yet. But it's like, God, that's sad.
That actually is really sad, man. I've been invited to, I guess 2 or 3. I think 3. I think we know some of the same people that do some invites, and that's sad if you're making your living doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Man,
Ty, what are you doing to that? Oh my
exactly.
Sorry, guys. Just give me a second.
Ty, they're trying to ban this right now.
Hey, man. I had to relocate. I was,
and Ty returns smiling. It's scary.
Were you disturbing the family?
Yes.
Oh,
But,
give them my humblest apologies, please, and a Merry Christmas to them.
yeah, I'll tell them that I was ready to go to sleep, and one thing led to another, and then here we are.
Yeah.
I've already accused you. I've already said that I think you might show up at my house with a bunch of dwarves who need a thief. So
No, I'm going to show up with a bunch of dwarves who need a lawyer. That's going to be a way worse story than the other one.
Well, you've just been a terrible influence on me. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
A year ago, my life was very, 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 very easygoing, calm, boring.
Someone told me to mute Ty, but the way they did Hangouts now, I don't have control over the other people like I used to.
Yeah. Well,
they screwed it all up. It's really great.
The world's an imperfect place.
I hate Google for messing with Hangouts. It has ruined so much stuff because Hangouts on Air was super handy.
Yeah. You could just cram as many people. I mean, almost 9, 10 people. I mean, that really worked out, man.
10 people, and it would switch, and it would show your face. That's the thing that sold it. It would show your face, and the host had controls over other people. Like we could adjust the volumes and stuff on other people. Can't do that anymore. They got rid of that.
Any idea why they got rid of all that?
Look, Ty, it's Google. They don't like good things.
Sorry.
Yeah. There you go.
What the hell am I saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So do I still I'm in a Scandinavian place now? This is one of the bedrooms. So
yeah, it looks like you're in Norway with an advertisement for Oklahoma behind you.
That's pretty funny.
Why would Oklahoma? This is not helping you. Why would Oklahoma have its own state advertised in it? You're already there.
Have you ever been to Oklahoma?
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Yeah, it's hot. Is it 100 degrees today?
No. It's normally very, very cold here this time of year. It's been unseasonably mild. What I like about Oklahoma, though, is literally not a single county in this state went Democrat in any of the presidential elections over the last 8 years. I mean, they actually laugh at all those liberals down in East Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, so I have a soft spot in my heart for them just for that, if nothing else.
Okay, we've got the Big Red Bear. It says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker was terrible, and I thought Star Wars was bad as a whole. But anyway, Ty, this one's for you. Which is the worst MBT currently in production in the world today, in your opinion?
Currently in production, worst
What's an MBT?
Main battle tank.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm going to piss off some people. The T-90 or the various variants of the Russian T-72. Not because it's a bad tank at all. It's just an old tank. That tank is now 40 years out of date, and it's just completely outclassed. And they've done an admirable job of, updating it and this, that, and the other thing, but it really has no real place on the modern battlefield, in my opinion.
Okay, so the T-90.
Glad we got that work. Glad we got that tied down.
Slept Rock says, "Hey Nick, Ty, and Tug. Hope y'all all had a good Krampus. I was at the ABC Monday. What are you on the islands? Do they have ABCs anywhere other than Hawaii? And got Aberlour 16. What?
What is ABC? What's the reference? I don't get it.
Well, in Hawaii, that's like the store. ABC grocery and convenience stores are everywhere.
Oh, okay.
My 6-year-old asked me if Krampus was real this year.
Yes, it is.
Since Santa's real, I mean, Krampus, yeah. I was like, well, what do you think?
Thank you, The Office. How much of our popular culture has been defined by Dwight on The Office?
They have them in Florida as well. Oh, okay. Maybe it's and Virginia NBC's. Apparently. Okay, cool. I didn't know. Anyways, got an Aberlour 16 on sale. That's a good liquor. But even better, someone ordered Rider's Tears. Nick, if there's any left after my vacation, would you like a bottle? Oh man, I love it. Rider's Tears is great.
It's called Rider's Tears, as in people that write things.
It's allegedly the original recipe for Jameson. is what I've heard.
Ooh.
But it's quite good. A friend sent me a couple bottles from Ireland. A couple little mini bottles. Just little single shots. And they're great. Cynic in Chief says, this episode of Lost Blaming the Interwebs is sponsored by watchingmylawyergomosquito.com. Enjoy lawyers exchanging fluids with the most intimate of insects. Use offer code JSHAN for 14.88% off. Okay. Fran Mataraki says, we shouldn't be that hard on Ron when it came to the abuse. To be fair, it was a universal remote that happened to be on the smack a bitch setting. So, okay. That's horrible. Random Blaze says, what does Ty think of Ron nuking his Twitter after the preservation order and them still owing back due discovery, Nick? Let's also not forget the obligatory where's my transcript grifter. Transcript isn't done. If it was done, you guys would have already seen it.
Yeah, court reporter still hasn't gotten it out yet. She's, and holidays are always problematic anyway on that sort of thing.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about the Twitter and the preservation order thing, or just no comment on that for now?
Very minimal comment. None of that stuff matters until we get back to the trial court in the appeal. I mean, as a practical matter, we could try to make hay of it, but we're probably not going to. We're focusing on the appeal at this point. I've got some 300 tweets already authenticated. On the record. I don't know how many more tweets we need actually from Mr. Toy. So I can't say, I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah.
Well, it would be a distraction from what our main goal is right now, which is to get the appeal and win that. And then, and we're not giving up anything. We can always go back and fight about it later, and all that. So.
The DCV Titan says, I think it's pronounced Booty Judge, and apparently he was in the Navy, and he sailed the 7 seas, put his mind at ease, made a stand because he could see they need a hand to protect the motherland in the Navy. Did I just get Navy rickrolled?
Well, you got one. You got Village People rolled, but yeah, I think so.
That's what I said. Navy rickrolled. Dirk Lemon says, chat, who is beta male of the year? 1, Carl Rape Joke Man Benjamin. 2, Andy Aim Worski. 3, Matt Flag You Down Lardo. Or 4, Ron Endless Engagement Soye. To the panel, who's the beta male of the year? Carl Benjamin, Andy Worski, Matt Lardo, or Ron Soye?
No comment, which probably
I'll go with
what my vote would be.
I'll go with Matt Lardo.
Yeah, I think as much of it.
I would love it to be Ron. I mean, Ron is in there for sure, but yeah.
Ron's trying really hard. He's like lifting up Jarbo's skin flaps and trying to tuck himself in, but
probably going to regret this. Who is Matt Larbo?
His name is Matt Jarbo. Mundane Matt. You want to see a meteoric fall from grace on YouTube? Yeah. Just look up the saga of Mundane Matt.
It'll be really entertaining too. Just look up the No Matt No stream. It will be one of the best streams you have ever watched.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that was the kill stream. They had Mundane Matt on the kill stream, and God, it was good.
Do you guys think that the other media companies understand what an existential threat to them YouTube has become? Because I
don't know if YouTube.
I think I spend probably 80% of my time these days watching YouTube videos.
I think they have. That's why you have places like Vox that are muscling their way in and forcing decisions publicly. That's why getting YouTube to back down, kowtow to go after places like the kill stream and so on, basically to neuter their own platform.
Man, I read this thing today, and it was YouTube. It was some like year in review on YouTube and all the things that they're doing, and what they reported as a positive change was that they had increased basically mainstream news views by 60% over 2019. So basically, YouTube has increased the viewership of like an ABC, NBC, CNN by 60% on their platform.
The viewership of your competitors.
No, on the platform of YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
like,
how does that help YouTube though?
Because they're paying YouTube for it.
Oh, got you. I got you.
Like CNN,
so
because these guys were getting blown out by like Ben Shapiro.
They're a distributor now, basically, for these.
They can't figure out what they want to do, if they want to be a publisher and distributor or if they want to do it. But the reason they can't figure it out is because these companies were getting blown out by like Shapiro, Crowder, these very popular PewDiePie. Pew News is probably the most watched news channel on the planet, as ridiculous as that sounds. So they're doing all this stuff.
Did he recover, by the way, from that whole Nazi thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's doing just fine. That
bounced off. It didn't.
But so then what happened was there's like a day, and you can go back and find the day where the views for all these like CNNs and NBCs or whatever were down here, and then the next day up through the charts. And that's because YouTube changed their distribution algorithm to push reputable news sources above other things. And you can find it. Like you can go back and see the metric, and it's embarrassing. It's like, come on. They forced the content into everybody's house. The content everybody was struggling desperately to avoid. They just forced that in on everybody. And it sucks.
Well, we're going to have to find ways to punish them.
Yeah.
Getting our own platform is theoretically a great option, but I don't.
There's no way.
No one seems to be able to. No one seems to be able to do that.
I mean, the problem becomes, monetization of the platform. Unless you had a Google-sized company, that's bigger than God out there. It's you can't make money. I mean, that's been the problem with every platform that's ever come around.
Yeah. Glue Sponge says, "Merry Christmas, you magnificent bastards. Han shot first."
So
there you go. Yeah, what? Oh, I was going to play that Chris Hook audio, but I don't know how to play it so you guys can hear it, so that's not good. We might do that at the end of the stream.
Play it on your phone or just hold it up to your microphone.
Ty, how dare you? Get out.
I was just trying to help you out, bro.
That is disgusting. You should be drawn and quartered for that comment.
Well, I am a tech savvy guy,
Yeah, Tug, do you know what's going on with BitChute? Like, I heard that they're working on streaming.
Yeah. I mean, they're supposed to be bringing in and making changes, trying to work on some type of monetization, working on trying to be competition. It'll be interesting. I'm waiting till we actually get set up with some better internet so I can go around and utilize them easier too. I figured to try it out. Why not? It would be nice to be able to say whatever the heck you want to say and not worry about repercussions or ramifications.
Yeah, I would love to be courted by BitChute, but they don't have to. I'm joking. I will try BitChute as soon as there's a streaming option available. And because I know a lot of people are aching to get off of YouTube, and I'll multi-stream over there until it builds up, and then if it builds up enough, I would move entirely over there. I have no problem doing that.
Is that feasible to do, Nick? Can you simultaneously stream to both of those platforms?
It's built into Streamlabs now. You used to have to use a third-party service called Restream or something like that, but now it's built into Streamlabs. It'll just shoot it out to both.
Well, that's obviously a possible ideal solution then.
The only hard part about multi-streaming, from personal experience, is keeping up with the chat on both streams. And if you're someone who actually tries to address all of the paid chats that comes in, it gets really tough to manage both of them or multiple. Because I used to stream to a platform called StreamMe, before they got sued out of existence, and it was tough. It was tough to manage that, but they're working on these tools.
I was going to say, you'd think that'd be something though they could engineer at some point.
They had a multi-stream chat, a unified chat that you could use, but the problem was the way StreamMe would lock it up, because I would have 3 times the viewers on YouTube that I would have on StreamMe, but the StreamMe viewers would spam stuff more, and that would actually end up locking up the chat. So it was great.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah. But anyway, well, you know what? I was gonna play this Chris Hook audio, which is 17 minutes of glory. Well, apparently, I haven't actually listened to it. Chris Hook is that
lawyer, the one that?
Yeah. He has been ordered by a judge. The judge ordered him to resign from being an attorney.
I don't think a judge can do that.
Well, they could do it. You don't have to. You probably don't have to listen.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'm not sure how enforceable that kind of an order is. I don't know the court has jurisdiction over that.
Yeah, it's a weird question. I think it's a dick move by the judge. Or was it
a situation where the judge says, you either resign or I'm going to file a complaint with the state bar?
I don't know. We'll have to find out when I listen to it. But I think it's a dick move by the judge, because fighting an appeal on that order is, I would think, more expensive than dealing with the ethics board.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that we are rewarding people for running crying to the principal.
No.
I mean, we've got a whole civilization of tattletales that we're empowering. We need to stop that.
I want one of the victim attorneys to come on the show, because I would love to ask him some questions.
Yeah. How are you damaged by this horrific treatment?
Yeah.
And what kind of a wussy do you have to be that you can't stand harsh language from opposing counsel?
There's a YouTube lawyer named Leonard French, and he was very much opposed to Chris Hook. He said someone actually commented that Chris Hook was funny or something, and he was like, he threatened the other attorneys' families, and you're defending it?
Bullshit.
So
good God.
Leonard French is apparently opposed to Mr. Chris Hook, which...
See, what I want to know, Nick, is why you or I never get a call from a lawyer like that. Because I can guarantee you, I wouldn't be crying to the court.
Yeah. No kidding. I would fire right back.
Absolutely. Someone could
your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Yeah, I suppose it's possible someone could out-cuss me when I get fired up, but, they'd have to prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff, just nah.
Well, I think to play the audio, I've got to...
I lost you.
I think I've got to kick you two off. Because otherwise you'll be sitting here for like 17 minutes with no audio playing. And then I'm going to wrap up the stream after that anyway.
Yeah. No, it works for me, man. I just want to say hello.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas.
Hanging out for a minute.
Well, I really appreciate it, guys. We've had good conversation about a bunch of stuff I don't care about.
Like Star Wars. It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah, you made that clear. That was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably stay on. I want to hear this guy because I just hope the buildup is worth it, Nick, because you really talked him up something fierce.
Well, I don't know how it's going to go. I haven't listened to this thing. It's 17 minutes. This is like the hearing that the judge compelled him to be at.
Oh, it's the hearing. It's not the actual recording of him.
No, he sent all those by email. Yeah, he called opposing counsel gay boys and stuff by email and said he was going to waterboard their clients. This is the judge dressing him down. So I think this might be a massacre.
So kiddos out there,
beautiful.
Don't send anything in writing that you don't want to be plaintiff's exhibit number 1. Do it verbally, because most of the time it won't be recorded. And if you're lucky enough to be in a state where they can't do it without your consent, even better.
I've got a pro tip for the stream. if you keep getting calls from like the local police organization asking you for donations, just tell them you don't consent to the recorded phone call and they hang up right away. It's great. This works for just about everything. All of these companies that say we're recording this call for quality assurance, just say, I don't consent to record a call. Consent. And they will hang up on you because they don't know what to do. They just know that they probably shouldn't stay on the phone if you don't consent.
Just shorten it to I don't consent, and then they'll hang up on you.
Yeah.
They'll be confused.
It's worked 5 out of 5 times for me now.
Yeah, I saw a funny meme that said, I think it was a gun control meme, but I'm not anyway. But it was like, yeah, we're gonna trust a government that can't control telemarketers to control criminals and stuff for us. It's
kidding.
A childlike faith in government. So, well, man, Merry Christmas again. Tug, good to talk to you.
Yeah, bro, that was great.
Yeah,
guys, I'm gonna bounce in. It was good to see all you guys, and hey, we'll have to do it again soon.
Thanks for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks, thanks, Tug. Thanks, Ty, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
I got to figure out how to shut this thing down.
Oh God.
Don't cast shade on me there, Nick.
I'm not gonna cast shade on you. I'm gonna shame you publicly until you.
You could just cut me off, couldn't you?
I
really
can.
don't actually know how to shut this thing down. Hold on.
Do you want me to rescue you, Ty? I can do it.
Hold on.
I'm torturing you though. This is funny.
Yeah, if you can cut me off, that'd be good.
Nah.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Let me cut you.
There's going to be consequences for this. You know that.
Here we go. Okay. Ty is gone. How embarrassing for him. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, I need these headphones because I need to listen to the audio. Okay. Here we go. So I've got the courtroom audio. Is it? Okay, guys. Here's how the rest of the show is going to go. I've got this bright screen illuminating me in pale paste. God, is there a dark mode on this? Oh. No. Is that a dark mode? Oh. Appearance. Dark mode. Oh, where's the dark mode? It's so freaking bright. Advanced? Is there dark mode in here? No, there isn't. Okay. Well, I'll just move off of the window. All right. We're going to play this Chris Hook hearing. This is 17 minutes and 24 seconds. I'm going to try not to stop it too much, but I might have to stop it some and talk about it. After that, we're going to read the remaining super chats and then we're going to call it a night. I think I am going to go over to Twitch. I do have Dawn of War 2 on this computer. And if Keck's awake, we may try playing. So, all right, guys, here we go with the audio.
All right, we come to order. The United States District Court is once again in session. The Honorable Otis D. Roger, second judge presiding. You may be seated. Calling item 2, CV 19-8024, Alan Baker et al. Versus Allstate Insurance Company et al. Counsel, may I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew O'Hanlon of Barnes & Thornburg, LLP. I'm newly retained counsel on behalf of plaintiffs Alan Baker and Linda B. Oliver.
I saw the request for a substitution of attorney, which I have not yet approved.
Correct, Your Honor.
But welcome.
Thank you.
And where is Mr. Christopher G. Hook?
That is a good question, Your Honor. My understanding was that he was supposed to be here today pursuant to the court's order.
I did extend an invitation to him.
So...
Okay, I got to stop it already. This judge is a cockbag. I mean, listen to how I did extended invitation to him. Oh, come on. Yes, you know what he's preparing to do. The judge is ready to ream this guy out for something that has legitimately caused no damage to anybody. The other lawyers, make no mistake, were not threatened by this. They're using it to their advantage for sure. But they're not. They're not scared that this guy is legitimately going to waterboard their clients. This is theater. So anyway.
The fact that he is not here is unexplained to us and troubling.
Oh, I'm not troubled at all.
Okay.
All right, let's continue with Shepard Muller.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Peter Klee on behalf of Allstate Insurance Company.
Counsel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mark Feldman, also on behalf of Allstate Insurance Company.
Good afternoon, sir. You with Allstate?
Yes, sir.
Is he going to ask them if they're okay? Are you okay? I know you were threatened. You're lawyers. But are you okay? There were words sent at you that were mean. Are you going to make it, buddy?
Well, go ahead. Join the party. Go ahead. Who are you?
Robert Romero with Allstate Insurance Company.
All right. Everybody knows why we're here. Unfortunately, the entire country knows why we're here. This is why I'm really sorry that Mr. Hook is not here.
Okay. There we go. There we go. The entire country knows that we're here, which is not Chris Hook's fault, by the way. Chris Hook, as far as we know, did not leak those emails. Somebody else leaked the emails. Why is that Chris Hook's fault? That the entire country knows we're here. Look at this judge. He's already performing for a crowd. I hate this stuff. I hate this stuff.
Having brought this much shame on the profession.
You got no words, Judge? Come on. You're witty.
Of all the stupid things I anticipated today, this is not one of them. All right, tell you what we're going to do.
I'm not sorry at all. Oh, all the stupid things. This, him not showing up, it's not one of them. You didn't think he might not show up? Really?
We're going to get something done. In terms of the relief, some of the relief that has been requested, some of that is mooted.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I do need I need something from you, counsel, or if you feel uncomfortable answering these questions, I'll just ask your clients directly. I want to know what they knew.
Privileged. Fuck off.
About this foolishness.
Nope. Privileged.
Did they know about the opposition that was filed to the ex parte? What did they know? How much of this did they condone? Because, I'm not going to hide the ball here, this case was going to be history. But, at least looking at his reply, he makes the representation that they were completely clueless of his conduct, and that once they heard about it from others who had seen it in the media, they took steps to go and retain you. Is that true?
That is true, Your Honor. I'm happy to answer your questions directly, or if you would prefer to ask my clients directly, they can respond as well.
Well, if my summary is accurate, that they knew nothing about this and his conduct, I see them nodding their heads.
Yeah, of course they have to take this track. But realistically, let's be realistic here. Even if they knew, so what? So what? What does this have to do with the case, the merits of the case? Nothing. Their lawyers representing them zealously. You may think it's over the line. The judge may think it's over the line. That doesn't have anything to do with the merits of the case. They're left with no choice but to agree with this here, of course. But it's pretty ridiculous.
Then fine. Then dismissal of the case is off the table.
Yeah, it has to
terribly
be.
concerned about.
For the record, had he dismissed this case, they could have appealed it, and they very well may have prevailed on appeal. In fact, they may have been able to get a mandamus, a writ of mandamus, because it is probably improper to, on a first impression, dismiss the case for this behavior. If it was repeated behavior, maybe at that point. But on the first instance of behavior, come on, dismiss the case? No, sanction the lawyer? Maybe, sure. Dismiss the case? For what?
These depositions. I can imagine how those depositions would have proceeded.
Can you imagine
I
it?
am so pissed. With you in the case now, sir, I guess we can lift the stay on those depositions.
Yeah, lift the stay on the depositions. They still have to get deposed. The discovery still has to go on, just because they didn't like emails that they got. He can only imagine how those depositions would have gone. No, you can't, Judge. He would have waterboarded them until they died. That's what would have happened.
The request to disqualify Mr. Hook, I believe, has been mooted. The permanent injunction is likewise mooted. And again, we can remove the protective order and permit the depositions to proceed. Now, what remains, of course, is the monetary sanctions and the award of attorney's fees for all of this. I'd like to have something from Shepard Mullen in writing.
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to raise one issue that you mentioned. You said the protective order is mooted, but the protective order for the depositions is mooted, but we requested a restraining order, which to keep Mr. Hook away from counsel and their families based on the threats, and we would ask that you consider that along with the other relief that we've requested.
Do you think that's still a possibility?
Yes. Actually, after being removed from the case, Your Honor, we think that he's going to murder not only the families, but the families, and your family.
20, 30 years ago, I would not have, but today when I see in the newspaper time and time again people that you wouldn't think would do something crazy, bring a firearm and start shooting, and I don't know, Mr. Hook clearly seems imbalanced, and I think that everybody would feel safer if he were kept away from Allstate and Allstate's counsel and their families.
I agree with you. Practicing law for 25 years, I've never seen anything like this, so I understand what you're saying. And we don't want to have a situation where people are saying, and he was so quiet.
Oh my God. Nope. No. Come on. Do you know how hard getting a restraining order isn't easy. It's not a simple matter of walking in and saying, I need a restraining order. You have to have probable cause.
You all prepare it, I'll sign it.
Wow.
I guess I'll have to issue another order to show cause to Mr. Hook, extending him another invitation.
I'm not holding
Your Honor,
Yes.
I am here.
Oh, really?
I apologize. I'm here, Your Honor.
So Hook was in the audience. I don't know if that's the best move, but I don't know. I don't know what you do at this point. I mean, this judge is out for blood.
When did you get here?
I arrived here just before 1:30, and I've been...
Hiding somewhere?
No, Your Honor. Not at all. I
Did you make a
apologize.
fashionable entrance?
Not at all, Your Honor.
You didn't think 1:30 meant 1:30?
I apologize, Your Honor.
He was there at 1:30. You know, interestingly, ordering someone into a courtroom doesn't mean ordering them to the table. If we're going to get lawyerly on this, there's not necessarily, he's not counsel for these people anymore. Well, according to, them, the judge hasn't granted the order specifically for this, but was he ordered to the table or was he ordered to the courtroom? If he was in the courtroom at 1:30, then he complied with the order.
You know why we're here. I'm just curious about a number of things. In reading your reply to the ex parte application, which I'm going to get into, you indicate that you've apologized to the court and to defense counsel. I don't care about them, but where did you apologize to the court? I'm still looking. You didn't.
I thought that was in my opposition, Your Honor. If it was...
No, it was not.
Okay. I'm deeply sorry to the court, Your Honor.
Because I was serious.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it was in the opposition. I'm pretty sure that Christopher Hook is right on this. In fact, I might be able to bring this up if you give me just a second. Oh no, never mind. I don't think I have this synced. Oh, no, I don't have my, never mind. I don't have my folder synced, but I'm pretty sure it was in there.
Seriously looking for that. I have criminal defendants in here all the time apologizing to the court. For why, I have no idea. But this,
Ooh.
I have never seen anything like this, and certainly not in writing. Do you realize that there's people across the country? I had a friend of mine from Chicago, one of the big firms back there, calling me about this, wanting to know what is wrong with you Los Angeles lawyers.
Well, there's a lot wrong with LA lawyers. This isn't one of them.
You have single-handedly brought that kind of discredit to the profession. I'm going to go over some of the claims that you have made. By the way, people out there, particularly the non-lawyers, you may want to leave.
Yeah.
There are things
good.
that I hope we don't get there that might be discussed in here that are far from polite.
Oh.
And if you're easily offended...
This gay boy is pretending that this language is not... Oh my goodness. They're far from polite. Oh my God, Judge. Oh my God, this is only funny. It's Chris Hook's comments are only funny in the context of law. Outside of the law, they're rather vanilla. Like, this is just basic. We're talking entry-level insults. They're only funny in the scope of a lawsuit, right? Like, this isn't that big of a deal to anybody else on the planet. Only because there's a lawsuit does this matter at all. You call someone gay boys on the street, and so what? If they hit you, they'll go to jail for that. Like, you will not be responsible. Gay boys is not fighting words. This is ridiculous. Like, listen to him carry on. This guy is butthurt that he got made fun of, or that he looks stupid because of Chris Hook. That's what's going on here. Nova Zero says, judge protects insurance company based on hurt feelings, cheating clients out of rightful payment. Can you imagine the headline? That's what needs to happen. Judge has done more damage than Hook did. The grandstanding. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This looks bad.
This is not the place to be.
Yeah, you're going to hear
Fair warning.
You're going to hear mean words like gay boys.
Somewhere in your papers, you indicated that these are confidential, part of a confidential negotiating strategy.
Yes,
Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then later on, this is all motivated out of frustration and anger. Now, which is it? Is it a calculated negotiating strategy, or did you just give in to anger and frustration?
Notice what the judge did there. Hook indicated that it was confidential negotiation discussions. And then he said it was motivated out of anger and things. But then the judge said, which is it? Is it anger or is it calculated? That's not what he said. He said it was confidential, not necessarily calculated. You can have something be motivated out of anger and frustration and still be confidential. Those are not mutually exclusive.
It was both, Your Honor.
Oh, it was both.
Yes, it was initially a strategy, and I lost control of my anger, and I obviously failed to conduct myself in a professional way, and I can't excuse it.
So the other thing is this. Thank you. So what we're doing now, we're going to walk back the claim that all of the emails, and I read all of them, that were attached to the ex parte application, that were insufficient evidence because they had not been authenticated. These emails, quote, allegedly from you. You've backed away from that now, right?
Your Honor, I'm going to submit on the papers. I'm not.
No. I'm not. You know what? This is not the day to be cute, and I am not the guy.
Oh my God.
Are you backing away from denying that you wrote those things?
I'm not going to be a witness against myself, Your Honor.
Okay, good. This is going to be good. You're going to enjoy how this comes out.
Your Honor, I'm not denying that I wrote those emails. I don't want to be a witness against myself.
Oh, you are.
Okay, well,
You are. You played into a rookie mistake. You put all this in writing?
it was a mistake, Your Honor. Bad mistake.
Judge just admits that it's fine, except that it's in writing. There you go. There's the cleanliness of your system, ladies and gentlemen. Rookie mistake was putting it in writing. Notice the judge it's not a rookie mistake that he called them gay boys and threatened their families. The rookie mistake was writing it down, right? There you go. That's everything you need to know about this judge.
Puffery?
Yeah.
I know what puffery is. We all know what puffery is.
I bet you do, gay boy.
Should I use you some examples of puffery? Or what you call puffery?
Yeah, read them.
I would
You threatened people. You did. You threatened people. You start using this kind of foul language against people, calling them every name under the sun.
Oh, not really. Just a couple.
And telling them that you know where they live, and then you mention his wife's name. If that had happened to me, I'd come looking for you.
Oh.
Understood, Your Honor.
This is why we had to knock off the depositions. Because a whole lot of things would happen in that conference room, but none of it would have been a deposition.
Does the judge just say that he would have engaged in physical violence with Chris Hook? Like, that's funny. This judge sounds like he's 265 years old. Raging Golden Eagle says, one of the hardest parts of being a lawyer must be having one of these senile boomer judges re at you and being forced to pretend to take them seriously. I don't know if I can manage it. RGE, you nailed it, buddy. You nailed it. Nailed it. When a judge starts yelling at you, putting on the like, it's like getting yelled at by your gym teacher, right? Like, eventually you just don't care. Eventually you're a big enough kid that the gym teacher isn't scary. Brian Dewig says, I'm ashamed this judge is from my state. Well, sorry, buddy.
And this is their fault, right? They caused this. They brought this about by not answering your phone calls.
Yes.
Not at all, Your Honor. This was my fault entirely.
Okay, so we're going to back away from that one. Litigation privilege, we're going to back away from that one. There are right to free speech under the First Amendment. We backing away from that one?
No.
I just want to know.
I believe those statements were privilege under the Evidence Code section and under litigation privilege. Yes, Your Honor.
Do you?
That's
Yes.
my belief, but it's not my decision now. It's the court's. So that's the position I took, and I submitted that to the court.
And you honestly believe that? You honestly believe that the First Amendment extended to anything? Is that right?
Yes. Yes. The First Amendment extends to everything. By the way, this is a common misunderstanding of how this works. Your rights don't stop even when the government comes in and supersedes your rights with some sort of restriction. You still have the right all the way through. You have the right to threaten to murder someone. The government has a superseding duty to protect people from a threat of murder. Okay? That doesn't change your First Amendment right to free speech. It means that the government's duty to protect has superseded your right and allowed them to step in and restrict that speech. But you still had the right. The First Amendment still covered it.
That's not what I...
You did go to law school, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
No,
You know
he
what?
didn't. You cock.
God, this month I've sworn in 100 new lawyers. They were so happy and so proud to be lawyers. You just trashed their profession.
Good. Good. Get him over
apologize
it.
to them.
No, I don't want you to apologize.
It's all pretend. It's all pretend. You just trashed your profession. No, lawyers as a profession, are we pretending somewhere now that lawyers are not like one of the most hated groups of people on earth? Did that meme suddenly die in this judge's court just minutes before this happened? We're all lawyers now. Prosecutors don't put innocent people in jail and separate them from their families on a daily basis. Defense attorneys don't defend rapists and murderers and put them back on the street on a technicality. Who are we kidding here? Lawyers are terrible people, absolute worst people in society. Consistently. This judge is a lawyer. Terrible person, you can tell. HH says, here is some late Christmas cheer. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hey, HH, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Look at this
All right,
smart,
you're taking
witty
care of
judge.
the things that I needed taken care of. This is junk.
Oh, God, he doesn't even know what to do. He had no
You're going to pay
plan.
for this.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're going to pay for this in a number of ways, but you're going to write a check.
Ooh.
You are. You're going to write a check.
I'd appeal it. I would appeal it.
That's just the first thing.
It's the first thing. I'd
This
appeal
is
it.
not going to be over.
I'd appeal it based on this judge's
This
conduct
is not
alone.
going to be over. Every lawyer in this room can think back at how hard they had to work to complete law school, how much harder they had to work to get their license to practice.
Christian said, it was easy for me, Your Honor.
And the lawyers for the last few years had to clear what appeared to be an insurmountable bar exam.
Except for this year in California, they literally emailed the bar exam questions to all of the applicants. This judge is playing himself. It's one of the easiest bar exams in history. They had the questions and they still let him take it. Oh my God. My bar exam had one of the lowest passage rates in history, by the way. I have no pity for any lawyer who got emailed a portion of the questions, and that's California lawyers this year. This judge is talking about. I've sworn in 100 judges just the other day. They all of them got an email with questions from the bar exam in it. You're not even supposed to know what subjects they're necessarily going to cover or what the weighting the subjects will be. Good God.
For the privilege of practicing law.
Insurmountable bar exam.
And you act like a gangster.
A gangster.
Tell you what, Slick, this profession does not need you. I'm going to do what I can to remove you from this profession.
Oh.
I have never seen anything like this in my life.
So?
And I'm not some snowflake. I spent a number of years in the Marine Corps and as a...
I'm not some snowflake. Press X to... How'd you get out of the Marine Corps without hearing someone called gay boys? Oh my God. How many crayons did he eat?
As a cop. I've seen this. I've said this. But I'm not stupid enough to put it in writing.
Oh my God. Just off yourself.
Or to use it in a professional
Minecraft.
setting, for crying out loud. In negotiations? Okay, this is...
Did you guys hear his stomach just then? Hold on. That was too weird. This judge is hungry. Literally. Listen close, okay? Listen close. I swear to God. Swear to God I heard his stomach. Swear to God.
Or to use it in a professional setting, for crying out loud. In negotiations?
There it is.
Okay, this isn't for you, okay? This is not for you. Why don't you just resign?
I will not do that, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll take care of it for you. Is there anything... I need your costs and fees.
What? Oh.
What?
Well, I was just going
What?
Your Honor, I've resigned from my role in this case. If Your Honor...
Oh, no. And you think that wipes the slate... Shut up. You think that wipes the slate clean
No,
for what you've done?
Not at all.
Then what do you have to say? Come on, tell me. Tell me why you are responsible for the costs and fees incurred in preparing the ex parte application and appearing here.
I'll pay them. I'll submit. I'll pay them.
What was it you were trying to say?
I thought that I thought there was some misunderstanding as to what I was being asked to resign from. I'm no longer representing the plaintiff.
Oh, I want you to resign from the profession, but I'm glad that you've resigned from this case.
I was terminated. I was terminated.
Because the case was going to be dismissed with prejudice. But your clients didn't know anything about this.
That's right.
You are a piece of work. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Mr. O'Scanlan, anybody?
Not in my view, Your Honor.
I need to take a shower. You?
You need to take a
You'd like us
shower?
to submit something in writing?
Yes.
Fees through...
Yes. Is that it?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're out of here. Yeah, you leave first.
Oh.
Apologize, Your Honor.
Yes, go.
Oh my God. What a baby.
We're done.
Court is adjourned.
Huh? Please continue.
Absolutely embarrassing performance from the judge. Absolutely embarrassing. Wow. I mean, that was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Huh. I mean, you're going to sanction the guy. Okay, whatever. I'm going to make you resign from the profession. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Oh. This is the problem, y'all. This is the problem. The judge is the problem here. Sanction him? Sure. Tell him to knock it off? Sure. Who cares? Threats, a restraining order. He's going to issue a restraining order. For what? What threat? I guarantee you, okay? I guarantee you, a man walks into that Marine cop judge. A man walks in, not a woman, that's different. Especially for a Marine cop judge. Trust me on this. This isn't me. This is how judges are. A male walks into that judge with the exact same set of facts, the exact same list of emails, calling him a gay boy and a fig and all of that stuff, and then says, mentions the city that that the guy lives in, and mentions his wife's name. That's it. The same exact facts, and asks for a restraining order. And the judge says, where did he threaten you? I guarantee you, you walk into that courtroom with the exact same set of facts, and you don't walk out with a restraining order, except that this happened in a lawsuit to a lawyer. Embarrassing. The real embarrassment to the profession is a judge. Lawyer loses cool, says some stupid stuff. Sure, fine. If you're gonna sanction him, fine. Give costs for preparing the thing, $1,000, $5,000, whatever you're gonna award. All right. But absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Who's this guy? Oh boy. The DCV Titan says, here's $20 calling that judge is a stolen valor mother effer. Closest he probably came to the Marines was learning to say, I did not know she was 14 in 20 languages. Is he a Marine? He's older than Jesse Ventura. Was he actually a Marine, or was he the precursor to the Marines like Jesse Ventura, for example? Or no, that was Navy SEAL. Never mind. Mixed them up. That was Navy SEAL, not Marines. Anyway. This is the thing, though, right? Judges have an audience. When judges have an audience, they're performers. Love to perform. That's why Vic's hearing was so weird. Judge Chupp had an audience, and he played to the audience. Very, very strange how they act. But anyway, Brian Dewig, did I miss yours? I did. Brian Dewig says, I'm even more ashamed since he's an ex-Marine, drags the whole branch's name through the mud. Yeah. I do this. I've said this. I'm not dumb enough to write it down. What's the difference, Judge? Honestly, what's the difference? I know practically what's the difference, right? It's easier to prove if it's written down. But on the principle, the judge seems more upset that the guy wrote it down. Why? Because he had to get an email from his friend in Chicago. Is this what LA lawyers are like? Yes. Yes. Actually, they're probably worse because they're just people. Endless End 2646 says, got a Ridge wallet for Christmas. It's nice. Gave my dad your affiliate link to get it. Hope he used it and you get a kickback. Cheers, buddy, and have a safe trip back home. Moving to Corpus soon. Know anything to do there? No. I've spent very little time in Corpus. It's hot. It's far away from everything I love. And it makes my drive a lot longer when I have to go to Corpus rather than Tyler or Houston. So I don't have a lot to do in Corpus. Just eat. Anywhere in Texas, just eat. Oh my goodness. You know what I should do? Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't adjust it for Chair Kuhn. The judge is U.S. District Judge Otis Wright II. Otis, more like Otis wrong. Am I right? I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But that judge, man, oh God. So anyway, what I went to go grab was this Ridge wallet. Someone mentioned it in the, who was it? That was mentioned by Endless End 2646. Ridge wallet right here. Guys, I can't express, like here, look at this money clip. It's actually got cash in it. It holds more cash than you'd expect, more bills, not more dollar amount than you'd expect. But this really is a fantastic here. Oh, here. Ooh, there it is. They're really fantastic wallets. I can't talk about them enough. Everybody I know who has bought one has liked it. They've tried it out. They enjoy them. It takes just a couple days to get used to because you stop keeping all of the crap. Like I only kept these. These were baggage claim receipts or whatever. But other than that, it's literally just cards and cash. What else do you really need? Not much on your average day. So it helps you kind of organize your wallet. It keeps the riffraff out of there. You carry less. Your pocket is less full. It's much more comfortable carry. I carry it in my front pocket, which is better for theft issues and stuff like that. And it's just a really good product. I can't say enough about it. Oh, and I don't know if I've ever showed it on stream, but I also have a Ridge backpack. They're really compact. They've got multiple pockets. This one will hold a 15-inch laptop. I think they have a 17-inch version. It's also got a USB charging port right here, and it plugs into a battery. So it's got a battery, and the battery has all kinds of ports on it. It's got a lightning port, a USB Type-C, and all of that stuff. But it also plugs into a standard USB thing. So that's the Ridge. If you go to ridge.com/forthefans, you can still get a 10% discount if you're late getting someone a Christmas present this year. Go get them one. Order a Ridge. They're really nice, and people love them. If you've ever seen that guy who just has a bunch of cards strapped in like a rubber band or whatever, get him a Ridge wallet instead. They'll love you for it. And get 10% off using the thing. Ridge.com/forthefans. And then if you use the For the Fans promo code, that'll help out. Nova Zero says, "Come on, you gay boy, power through it. Read all the super chats and get through it like we're waterboarding you at deposition. We're going to waterboard you so hard it's going unopposed because it's not a real threat. Durr." Yeah, I'm gonna read all the chats. I'm gonna read all all of the chats. So, is it a TSA approved bag? I don't know. You got to check on the website. I'm not sure if it is, but they're really nice. So, long story short, this segment was sponsored by Ridge, but they're really great company, great products. I can't say enough about them. So, all right, now it is time to go ahead and go through the rest of the chats. We're gonna read all of them like normal, like all the time, and then we're gonna wrap up the stream. And there may be a stream tomorrow. It's kind of iffy just because I'm not at home. It's hot in here. I can't make promises. I will announce it as soon as I can. I'm leaning towards stream. There will be Twitch tonight as well. As soon as we're done here, something's going to happen on Twitch. But let's do this. This stream went way longer than I thought it was going to go. I thought it was going to be like an hour. And here we are. It's coming up on 3 hours. So perfect. We'll do a little bit of Twitch as well. Okay. Let's hit this. PGN White Knight says, Nick sounds like Iris Hart had a rough time with him. Nick, look up how she looks. No, that sounds terrible. Shendao X says, Merry Christmas to Nick and all as well. Nick and all as well. A Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to you as well. Claymore 1 says, not much to say in my native language. Malagayang Pasco. I don't know what that says, but I'll take it. Jay says, good seasons to you and yours. Hey, you too. Cowboy FMJ 91 says, Merry Christmas, Rackets. Gospel of Comics says, Merry Christmas, Rackets. Enjoying the show with some Lagavulin 16. Hope you get to feeling better, man. I feel good. Now it's just my throat sounds terrible. I felt bad the past 3 days. My throat sounds better today, or sounds bad today. Cloudfire 181 says, Merry Christmas, Nick. You sound horrible. Get yourself some rest and some soup. I tried to get some soup yesterday. Did not work out. I like the Spike Man says, QQ, intense crying noises. The 6 million bawling intensifies. The 6 million QQ. Heinrich Berndowski says, watch Fight Club or In Bruges next year. Gator says, Nicky Raggets, it's me, Gator. We can tell Monica is a gremlin because although she's never been wet, she's definitely been feeding after midnight. Filthy. I love it. Thank you. Heinrich Berndowski says, been meaning to ask you this. Nick, what's your take on Ezekiel 23:20? Oh my God. I don't know. Ezekiel 23:20. There she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys, and whose emission was like that of horses. That's Ezekiel 23:20. Oh my God, that's great. Let's go to Ezekiel 23. Let's read the two adulterous sisters. The sexy Jesus story. Yet she became more and more promiscuous as she recalled the days of her youth when she was a prostitute in Egypt. There she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys, and whose emission was like that of horses. So you longed for the lewdness of your youth, when in Egypt your bosom was caressed, and your young breasts fondled. Who says the Bible's boring? Oh my goodness. What's my take on it? Whew, we better ban that Bible, baby. Oh my God. 113657 says, Merry Christmas, Nick. How'd the kids enjoy Christmas? Great. They enjoyed it very much. Lots of gifts from Santa. No, we actually do not do the Santa thing. We never have with our kids. Their gifts come from their mother and I, and each other. Not from Santa. Also, I've been thinking lately about how much funnier everything would be if the Inquisition were involved. Like Frozen 2, they would have fixed Queen Elsa in no time, and Arendelle would have been a productive hive city by now. They would have just gone ahead and fixed that problem. Some magical fat elf that shuffles down chimneys and into the houses of imperial citizens. Not a damn chance does he not get the heavy flamer. Absolutely not. He's gone in a heartbeat. We fixed that Santa problem right away. Some nobody says, you should have done some handering, waggles eyebrows. Tony Romero says, for Vic to win, that would be great. Sound of one hand clapping says, on a happier note, my cousin gave birth 12/25 boy. Oh, that is great. Congratulations to your cousin. Bad Dragonite says, Murakrima. Oh, wait, I read that one. Noah the Teddy Bear says, is Soye deleting his Twitter to hide his evidence of hate tweets and such towards Vic considered tampering with evidence or obstruction with justice? Probably not. Probably not at this point. Those tweets are still technically there. And also, he may have otherwise preserved them. Some nobody says, fat and stupid ain't no way to live your life, Fitz. Liz Scochel says, God bless you and yours on Christ's day of birth. Merry Christmas, Raggets. Hey, thanks, Liz. I appreciate that. Some nobody says, try this another way. What evidence, fatso? Some nobody says, hey, Daniel, you learn anything from this? Hope so. Me too. Me too. I think that's Liz. Hi, Liz. Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you, by the way. Hope to see you again sometime soon. Shells 1781 says, first super chat so you can say Merry Christmas to my boyfriend, Chuck. Hey, Merry Christmas to Shells 1781's boyfriend, Chuck. And thanks for the first super chat. Dan Campbell says, you sure got a pretty chair, boy. Oh, stay away from this chair. It's not even mine. Lando Lake says, Lethal Weapon should be in the running for awesome Christmas movies. Is that a Christmas movie? I'll take it. Some nobody says, tell Lemoyne to get a speak and spell. Sounds better. V Vargas 2099 says, Vic Christmas song on my Twitter, Victor V 535051110. Yeah, you can go check out some Vic Christmas songs on Victor Vargas's Twitter. Noah the Teddy Bear says, Merry Christmas, Tug. You got that T-virus ready yet? Raccoon City looking more desirable than reality with how stupid things are. Nico Yui Singer, thank you for the donation. Fluffy Side Up says, Danny looks like he tried to play tetherball with a beehive, but wasn't smart enough to run away. Also, happy Crimbo to everyone. That's Daniel Fitzpatrick that he's talking about. No, the Teddy Bear says, Ty, you're in Broken Bow. I was born in Idabel. Merry Christmas. L. Wolf says, take my last $2, Nikki. Gladly. Gladly. Lawyers never apologize for taking that money. Ash Ukahime says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Be safe and have fun. Cody Byer says, $2 for correct opinion on Star Wars and the Beatles. Hey, thanks, Cody. I appreciate that. Bad Dragonite says, even if you don't like Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic is fantastic. I played about 10 hours of KOTOR, the original, and I enjoyed it just fine. I just rented it and then had to return it. That was renting RPGs was a mistake. Jay says, it's Jar Jar Abrams, guys. Jar Jar. Let's see. I read these. Ocean Redux says, oh my God, hi. Merry Christmas. Merry Xmas. Lol. Hey, Merry Xmas back to you, Ocean Redux. Bad Dragonite says, movie that should have been a show, The Dark Tower. Yeah, exactly. I haven't even seen the movie, and I can tell you that should have been a show. Ocean Redux says, hee hee, Merry Xmas, you effing ends. Lol, just kidding. Love y'all. Everyone take a shot. Howling Warwolf says, who do you think history will remember as a bigger lolcow, DSP or Chris Chan? I think isn't DSP physically bigger than Chris Chan, so I'm going to go with him. General John N. Wallace says, hey, Nick, Ty, and Tug, God bless. Love you guys and Merry Christmas. I'm moving to Austin, Texas. You guys recommend a good place to work, entry level, and a good area to live? No and no. Yeah. No, and anywhere other than Austin. Sorry. Ocean Redux, youtube.com. Yo Apple, picking beam? I don't know what that is. Reaver Barash says, you should have a package in your P.O. box. Nick, Merry Christmas to you and yours, and to Ty and family and Tug and family and chat. Reaver, I will get it when I get home. I'm like 1,200 miles away right now, but I will grab it when I go home. Quinn Seegers, oh, I missed this one. Dang it. Merry Christmas, Heroes of Justice. I have followed the Vic ordeal since it began. I recently got lucky enough to meet him at SonoCon. He's a swell dude and very much a Chad. Oh, and my first super chat, 'tis an honor, and I blew it. Quinn. Thank you very much for your first super chat. I'm glad you got to meet Vic. Sorry I didn't see this when it happened, but thank you very much. Mike Testa says, Merry Christmas, Nick, and have a good night. Merry Christmas to you, too. Some nobody says, mind you, they're trying to soak a family's house. Exactly. Allstate is terrible. They're refusing to pay on a claim that they definitely need to pay on. Polio64 says, in the hood doing drive-by waterboardings. Oh man, those are the days. Kuro Tengetsu 91 says, Judge, I served with Mr. Rogers. Dark Foxen says, mother effing judge needs to be slapped across the mouth. No one important says, got here late, but Merry Christmas, Nick and chat. Claymore 1 says, just listening to this judge makes my blood boil. Yep. Fatal System Error says, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you. You too. Kuro Tengetsu 91 says, judges in general have too much power. The power to preside is not the power to decide. Ooh, it rhymes, so it's true. Tucker. My goodness, where are we? Tucker says, hashtag Hook did nothing wrong. Bad Vibe says, can a judge get dressed down by a higher court because of this? He can, but he probably really won't. It's a sad thing. Spectre says, JMK yeeted me off Twitter for a bit, and now he's going for my YouTube. He's trying to memory hole our interaction when he cried for your attention. Oh, God. What an embarrassing little baby JMK is. Howling Warwolf says, Nick, look up Iris Hart. She's best girl in Neptunia. Okay, I'll look her up. Talons here says, favoritism is my favorite ism. Scott Wright says, Nick, would love to get a hold of you for voice. Have legal info on some Vic individuals of interest. Serious. Scott, email me. We can set up a call. DCV Titan says, Bible is greater than porn. I agree. The Bible. Some nobody says, ladies who consent, consider yourselves fondled. Talons here says, there's an effort to change the gender of Santa Claus for inclusivity. The only logical response is to acknowledge the man was real and deny the mythology that has sprung up around him. Asmodeus says, oh wait, Mary, I read Christmas that one. Tucker says, God, I hate this soy-filled judge already. Asia Fraser says, what's your thoughts on baklava? It's fine. Not a huge fan. I don't like most desserts though. Fatal System Air says, forgot to mention I bought you a gift. Enjoy. Hey, thank you. Bad Vibe says, fleas, naughty dog, rackets, and everyone. Okay. Sean Fisher says, Mary Sanguinalia, Nick. Oh, yeah. Sanguinalia. I'm reading Vaults of Terra right now. Sanguinalia is in full effect, but it's at home. I didn't want to bring it because I didn't want to trash it in my backpack. Even though the Ridge wallet or the Ridge backpack is very good at protecting books, they still, you cram it up in a overhead bin. Just happens. Gawker's Death Rattle says, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Next, we've got a couple justice chats here, and then we'll wrap it up. The Pie Baker says, damn it, first Judge Cuck and now Tina. Does every Tarrant County courthouse employee make government workers look like productive and respectable members of society? Maybe. Not Matthew Connor says, just a quick bad joke. Why do riot cops show up to work early? To beat the crowds. Love you, and the chat keeps me laughing while working crazy hours. Hey, thanks, buddy. These hands. It says, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Waltz is my favorite Christmas movie with Home Alone being a close second. I liked Endless Waltz. I really did. And then Michael Rule says, Vrolijk Kerstfeest. That's Dutch for Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas back to you in English and Dutch. Tucker says, privilege is the foundation on which the legal system operates. We are ignoring privilege. We might as well go back to dueling. And Talons here says, oh, by the way, have you seen the Warhammer 40k Astartes film clips? If not, you need to see them. I have. They're great. Really top-notch work. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out on Christmas with me. I appreciate it. I hope you all had a great Christmas. I can't play the outro. I just got it set up at home, and I don't have it set up on my mobile setup. I'll try and get it going, but I don't have a Stream Deck. So I didn't bring my Stream Deck with me. It's a little tougher and more annoying to manage. But thank you for hanging out. If you want to come over on Twitch, I'll be there for a little bit. If I can find something to lubricate this voice, I'll talk to you very soon. Last super chat of the night. Bad Vibe says, Feliz Navidad, ya boomer. Back to you. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I will talk to you soon. You have a good night. Peace. Peace. On earth and goodwill towards men or whatever. Merry Christmas.